Hello, everyone, and welcome to I Have Comic Issues. My name is Bryant, and this is the Comic Channel Origins live stream that we do every Sunday night. And this is going to be the first guest that I have of my 3-week Great White North tour. And tonight I am going to be interviewing J-Man. So let me get J-Man on in here. Hey, Jay,
Hey,
how are you doing?
good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Thank you for being here. All this way from Canada. Glad you could be here. Uh, yeah, I don't know if you saw the Instagram post that I did earlier today asking about which was true. Did I have a snowball fight with my granddaughter in Florida today, or am I going to be interviewing J-Man? Well, today, but the correct answer was both.
Both.
Because surprisingly, we had about 1.5 inches of snow here in Florida, which is very, well,
Rare.
not the norm, period. But it did happen last year about the same weekend. So, but it was pretty cool. And now I'm here interviewing you. All the snow's
Awesome.
gone, and it's probably back up there in Canada now.
Oh no, I got tons of snow. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I have like zero sympathy. It's like it's snow. It's like snowing all the time, and we go back and forth even within our little regions. Like my mom will be like, "Oh, I got this many centimeters. Oh, I got this many. Ha, you suck. I got more than you did."
Last year when it snowed here, we had like 8 to 10 inches of snow, which I mean for a state or that
Wow.
it's called the Sunshine State for a reason. It shuts everything down. And we got Mark.
There's
Hey,
Mark
Mark,
there.
how are you doing?
Yeah,
Mark from Legion of Comics.
yeah. You're just not equipped. I think. Yeah, and I remember when Mark had some issues earlier or last year with some weather and stuff, and too talking also about like besides weather, but also like just snow in general. It's like sometimes you're not equipped for it, right? Like
Oh no,
for me, if it's like tons of snow, it's like we know what to do, like we're good to go. But like if you're not used to having that as part of your climate, as your regular climate, you're like, oh shit, like what am I gonna do, right?
yeah, we have 3 season tires,
Right.
not all season tires,
Right.
and we definitely don't have snow chains or anything like that.
Right. I don't even put snow tire. Listen, I'm just like, if it's snowing outside, it's like I don't need to go anywhere. I'm on the 22nd floor, so I'm like way up. So I look out, I'm like, there's snow. I'm like, I don't need to go anywhere. My car's underground parking, so it's like, forget it. I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere. Walmart delivers if I need anything.
Okay, 22nd floor. Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's high. You probably have a great
There's
view.
only one penthouse is above me, so I'm right underneath the penthouse.
Oh, okay, cool. That could be a cool backdrop for a video in the future.
Yeah, it's like if I turn it around, we can. I got the solarium here. You can see the whole thing outside. It's pretty cool.
Mike says,
or
Mark says, don't have tires, no salt. Hell, we don't even own clothes for that malarkey.
Yeah, I have different. I actually have multiple different winter jackets. So there's like the hardcore one, and then there's the kind of like this isn't too like it's like the minus. I don't know. Like I've got the up to -10 jacket, and I've got the up to the -20 jacket. You guys use a different. I don't know how to convert them. You can Google it. I don't know what you.
I understand what you're saying.
You're right. So I've got
freezing,
the -20,
below freezing, right above freezing.
Yeah. So it's like I have like 3 or 4 winter jackets, and then you can get to the other jackets.
I mean, for Florida, this will usually suffice for most of the year.
Like I'm at home with the heat on, and I've got t-shirt and then a long sleeve shirt, and then I'm wearing my Superman Quest for Peace shirt on top of that. So like that, this is like,
yeah, got to layer up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into the interview.
Sure.
First question I got for you: what inspired you to start a comic book YouTube channel, and what was your very first video? And just add on to that real quick. How long have you been on YouTube?
Well, I've been on since 2012. My first video was so my plan was to not do a comic book YouTube channel. My plan was to do a movie review YouTube channel.
Okay.
Because movies are kind of my main thing. I've got about 4,000 movies, like Blu-rays, DVDs, 4Ks. So it's like a massive collection. And I went to go see John Carter in the theater, and I just read Princess of Mars, and I was like, this John Carter movie looks kind of neat. And I thought it was a great movie, and everyone thought it was trash and it was bombing. I thought, I don't think people really watched this movie. And I took film school and so then I've written scripts and books and stuff and short stories and things. And I have a way of reviewing movies, which it's called SPACE. So story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. In each category, you get a score between 0 and 2. So that when you add them up, you get something out of 10. So I had that as my rating system. That's how I used to use to get to my ratings. And I thought, let me review John Carter. I was like, what's this YouTube thing? I was like, oh yeah, YouTube. I was like, I'll make a video for YouTube. So I did John Carter. I reviewed John Carter of Mars, or John Carter. It was just called John Carter. That was my first ever video. That was my intent, and that stayed for quite a while.
Okay.
And we can get to, I mean, or if you want me to answer within here, why did I pivot? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. So back then you could do whatever you wanted on YouTube. Like I had Iron Maiden, The Trooper as my intro, right?
Okay.
So it like there was no flag in anything, and you weren't going to get money. You had to sign up separately for like an ads, like AdSense was like a separate thing. You could put little ads in your thing, and I just didn't do any of that. And there's no copyright strikes. There's nothing. So that just ran and ran and ran. And I started to see that, there's a lot of videos out there reviewing movies. And I really wasn't using I wasn't talking about my space system on camera. I was using it behind the scenes and giving my scores. Mm-hmm. And I started to think, I'm like, maybe if I do my space system, that'll differentiate myself from some of the guys that were getting big at the time in YouTube for reviewing movies. And I thought, well, I don't know. And for some reason I was like, let me start doing some comic book stuff, because there wasn't as much comic book stuff out there. Right. And that was kind of like, so I was kind of doing a little bit of both and not really having any direction. And then I love the X-Men. Right. So a lot of my you can see my Sentinel. I have a Sentinel.
Oh, okay.
And then I got Cyclops, which you can't see, he's up here. So it's like, I love X-Men and the Krakoa stuff, the Hawks and Pox, right? The House of 10 and Powers, or House of the X. That started off, and I thought, I'm going to review. This wasn't a comic channel yet. I just think I'm going to review every single mutant book that comes out, all of them.
Okay.
Right. And my space review system, story, pacing, art, characters, and enjoyment work for movies and comics.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, wait a minute, this works for comics also. So I could actually retain my same thing. So I started doing every single mutant book that came out. And I did that for a couple of years. And then I noticed that those videos, and I know one of the questions is, what did you notice? Well, is that the second, that's basically your second question, right?
Yeah.
So let's say we can hybrid these questions. Yeah. That's where it started to take off more. And my movie reviews were like, no one really cared. And comics were more, because I was really getting a lot more. I was just like, this is a great comic and usually I should check it out. I was like getting into it. Like, right. No, this is good. This doesn't work. Right. And people enjoyed that more. So I thought maybe I should stick with comics, because I love comics and movies. And I thought comics might be a bit easier. Plus you can read a comic, like 5 minutes, and a movie you got to watch, it's like 2 hours, and now they're 7 hours each, or every Avatar movie makes it like it's like another hour or two. By the time we get to Avatar 5, it's gonna be like 7 hours or something. So I was like, well, comics are easier, and I'm buying them anyway. It's like, yeah, right. It's like, it's still a geek thing. I was like, okay. So I started to pivot, and then once I got the monetization, I couldn't get monetization for over a year. It was declining, and I was like, what is going on? So long story short, I had to delete 800 videos.
Oh, wow.
Because they had the Trooper music. They had all these other little gags I would do in my videos, show a clip or something, and YouTube didn't like that. And I was like, you know what? This was tough to just think about this, highlight all your things and just go delete forever. And I did it. So it was 800 videos that I'd have to lose. I did it in batches. I dropped like 100. I couldn't get it through. And it wasn't saying the monetization people, like YouTube wasn't telling me why I wasn't getting the monetization. Right. But I realized it must be from this. So I deleted it all. I thought, from this point on, I still do movie reviews if they're comic book related. Right. Right. So Superman or X-Men or, Fantastic Four, whatever. I'll do those comic book related movies. And I just axed 800 videos. So that's where the right. And then I knew that was succeeding. This ties into the second question as well. I knew this was succeeding. I let YouTube money change me. Yeah. So we'll get to that. It didn't really change me. I just pivoted to something else that I love. Right. I love both things. And I'm also guest on a lot of channels as well, which we'll talk about in other questions. So anyway, so then I knew this was great because I went to a comic show and someone recognized me. So question 2 is, what was the specific moment or video that really had the channel take off? So the moment would be this guy. He's like, "You're J-Man." A couple people were like, "Oh my God, you're J-Man, right?" Hey, otaku. I'm a bit of an otaku myself. So anyway, it's like, J-Man. I was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Yes, that is me." So 2 people recognized me at a comic show, and now I'm a little bit more known in the local ones that I go to. So they know me from that. So that was the moment that kind of helped me out. I lived on the YouTube money, Mark. Listen, the YouTube money for me is nothing. It's not worth it, which we'll get to in other questions.
Yeah. So when you started deleting all those videos, did you then see a spike in, I get kind of like, did it allow YouTube to kind of try to help you find your new audience?
Yeah, the watch hours watch hours went up. Watch hours are important. So I started to do playlists. So I got my X-Men playlist. So if anyone liked X-Men, they could just run through the entire there was like over 200 videos easy, and they're still up there of X-Men stuff. And so that helped. And because the watch hour, you need all these certain things to get to your level, and watch hours, subscribers, all that kind of stuff. The negatives were that I lost subscribers who were there for the movie reviews, and I'm a very like what's the term, like diverse movie. Like I watch silent films, I watch Indian movies, like Bollywood movies. So I was reviewing Bollywood movies, and I was getting massive because it's like, wow, white guys reviewing Bollywood movies in a serious way and not saying it's cheesy. Like I was like serious, and I knew the names of the actors and the stars and all that. So like that went up. But then the problem is that once you axe those, now your channel's different. So once you pivot, it's like it really is starting over again.
Yeah.
On the plus column, though, I used to weigh over 300 pounds, and all those 800 videos were like Fat Jason or Fat J-Man. So Fat J-Man went away. So he doesn't exist.
There's no proof.
I thought, you know what? That's the one consolation prize. At least that guy's gone, and now it's just me or whatever. But I thought that was kind of, it was funny because I'm like, hey, look, this is all of the, get rid of all the when I was overweight or whatever. So that was kind of a bonus, I suppose.
I listened to a podcast, the Comically Comics podcast, and I don't know if you know who 22 Comics, but he always, when they talk about somebody dying in a Marvel movie or a comic book movie, they're like, if there's no body, there's no death, and it's basically no body, no Fat Jason.
there's no fat Jason.
So you talked about your specific moment that your channel kind of took off, and that's when you started with your X-Men videos, and you got rid of or made the choice to remove the other videos from your list. And I will say, I think you are the first person that I know of that has actually removed some videos from your, I guess, catalog of videos. I think E-Man had removed or unlisted a few, but definitely not 800 plus. So
no, I didn't back them up. They're gone, Mark. No, I just deleted it. This is going to make me sound mean, or I don't really have like, photo albums. I don't really save photos. I have one, I've got a baby picture of my niece. I don't have any children. So maybe that's part of it, but I have 2 nieces and 2 nephews. I have their baby pictures, and then I have a current picture, and that's it. Like one of each of them as a baby, and one to me, once it's like it's gone, it's gone. Right? Like if right now YouTube's like, well, you got to delete your 200 X-Men videos, I guess I'll delete them. Like I don't have any like sentimentality towards that kind of thing. It's like, oh, well, they're gone. What are you going to do? Like it's tough because a couple of them had like 14, 15,000 views.
Okay.
Like I'd reviewed the Raid Redemption. That's that. I don't know if you've seen the Raid. It's like an Indonesian action movie. Similar to Dread. It's all in a building. Okay. And I saw that early because my buddy runs an action movie website, and he gets like press screenings. So I saw that super early. So I was like the second review or something crazy. Like I had come out of the theater and reviewed that. You're gone, dust in the wind. That's it.
He's making a record of you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, when I'm gone. I'll haunt everybody though. Hey, RR, thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. No, we're not talking about Jack Kirby. He already knows Jack Kirby. I can see he's got some key stuff in the back, so he knows Jack Kirby's good. Yeah, once if it's gone, it's gone. That what are you gonna do? So like you cry about it, you get upset. There's nothing, there's nothing that they can do. No, go away. Any real Transformer fan doesn't like those movies. This is we'll get to other questions where I can elaborate on things, but yeah, so that you just have to do what you got to do, like, yeah.
The past is the past. The present is the present.
That's it. It's
prepare for the future.
Yeah.
So I guess we're kind of touching on this now, but what would you say your niche is in the comic book community, and how has it evolved over time?
So I started out, reviewing stuff, and then as I said, I brought in my space system for the reviews.
Right. I like the idea of your space system.
Yeah, and it works very well, and it can work on numerical. So you could say if the story is good, if I give a comic a 5 out of 10, that means it's good. Like that was good. Like if the story was good, I give 1 point. If the story was amazing, it's 2 points. Right. So that's how it works. So it's like pacing, the art, the characters. Yes, I did. We'll get to that in a second, because I pivot back. So I changed my whole channel to the comics, and then so I was doing the space system reviews, right? So those are good. Now I didn't introduce that right away. I introduced it much later, and then I was like, let me to get my niche, because now you got comic reviews, and now everyone's doing comic reviews. Right. So I was like, now how do I make these different? I was like, let me use the spaces. It didn't dawn on me that the space system could work for comics, because I didn't develop it for that. And I thought, holy crap, I could just use this for comics. What am I doing? Then I started doing that. Then I was buying a lot of comics and showing them and saying, okay, here's this art's great. So I'm giving this a 2 out of 2 art. And each comic is within itself. I'm not comparing, like if I picked up an issue, let's say like, I don't know, Superman or something, I was like, wow, the art's fantastic. I'm going to give it 2 points for the art. Well, 2 points is the most it can get. And people would say, what? You're telling me that this Superman comic is better than a Neil Adams or like a Jack Kirby comic? I was like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying for this comic, it all came together in a beautiful package. So like I've got just randomly, I have Transformers here, so I haven't read this yet. So this is the latest Transformers. Right. So you go through this, and you're like, okay, I love the story, love the characters. So if I love all of this, it's getting a 10. A 10 out of 10 doesn't mean I'm shilling for the comic. It's just saying that this comic is what, $3.99 or whatever it is, $3.99. For $3.99, you're getting the best issue 28 of Transformers that you can get, right? Could issue 28 have improved? Maybe I would have given it an 8 out of 10. So by no means am I saying that if I gave this a 10, I'm not saying that this is better than Watchmen, right? Or this is equal to The Dark Knight Returns or some crazy thing like that. I'm just saying you spent $3.99, right? Did you spend it well? And I would say yes. In this case, you spent it very well. You're getting a 10 out of 10 comic. It's great. It's not going to change your life. It's just issue 28 of Transformers, right? Right. So think of it that way. Like Giant Size X-Men, we talked backstage. That has to be one of my favorite solo one-off comics. Just a one comic. I will return into I will return in Avengers Doomsday. But just that one comic to me is a great 10 out of 10 masterpiece. It definitely changed the outlook for X-Men. It created what X-Men is. That's your holy grail book of X-Men. Of course, number one is number one, but
right.
But giant size, that's the X-Men that we really know. And that's what they should really go back to right now. But anyways, that's a separate video. Anyway, so that is an important. So of course, I'm not saying Transformers issue 28 is better than that. But what I'm saying is that it's worth getting. So
right.
That was how I changed the way the reviews were used. Because people would say, oh, it's a 7 out of 10. Well, it's not as good as this. Is like, well, I didn't walk into the shop and pick up Transformers 28 and thinking, this better be better than Giant Size X-Men or F it, right? Like, I'm going to be pissed because you're never going to get that, right?
Right.
So, but it's just a suggestion, right? That, you know, if a comic gets an 8 or 9 or 10, that means you should buy this comic. You're going to enjoy it. If you like Transformers, you're going to love this issue. If you don't like Transformers, well, then you don't like Transformers. How can I help you?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's all subjective too, because
Exactly.
like say like Absolute Wonder Woman, some people like the art, some people don't, but a lot of people like the story and stuff like that. So out of that 10 out of 10, I mean, are you going to give the art a high grade if you're not liking it? But I mean, you're giving it a good 7.
See, now you're hitting upon the sweet spot that I hit upon, because everything matters. So if you don't like, so if I look at I actually liked the art, because it fit for what they're presenting in that comic. Right. Clearly, Hayden, what's the guy's name? Hayden something. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Oh, you got it right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I might have one over here.
It doesn't matter. So that guy. Okay, so you look at that, like, wow, that was really good, and it fits what they're doing in this particular story. It looks a little bit like kind of like old Greek art or something like that. It looks so. They're going for a certain look on that. Is that art better than Frank Miller Daredevil art? Is that better than Jim Aparo, Brave and the Bold? Or is this better than Jack Kirby anything? Right? Like, I don't know. I didn't put Jack Kirby versus this guy. I put in this guy versus this comic. So, that's the way you got to look at these, because if you start comparing everything, then nothing's going to be better than your top, whatever you pick your 10 favorite comics, and nothing's going to beat those. Right. So what's the point? So you're going to just say, I'm not collecting it. Same with movies, right? Like, is Die Hard? So Die Hard is a perfect Die Hard movie, right? And let's say
Christmas movie.
Yeah. And I would say, let's say Halloween is a perfect movie called Halloween, right? But is Halloween, if I give Halloween a 10 out of 10, which I would, and I'd give Die Hard a 10 out of 10, well, are you saying Halloween and Die Hard are I was like, well, they're different things. If you're in the mood for an action movie, then Die Hard is definitely something that you should consider watching if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen a slasher movie, you should consider watching Halloween, because it's a very good slasher movie. And then I can compare Friday the 13th to Halloween, right? Like Friday the 13th might get like a 7. It's like, it's not as good. There's no Jason. He doesn't come till later. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, right? So it's more like that. Like, I'm not comparing Terminator to Lawrence of Arabia, right? Which, again, both are 10 out of 10. So there you go.
Yeah, apples and oranges.
Exactly.
Have you ever thought about, I mean, since you have your comic book, I mean, I would say your channel now is pretty much comic book based.
Most like 90%. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever thought about restarting or starting a new movie channel, and just since you have two different passions, and keep them separate, and see with what you know now from your journey, how fast you could grow up a movie channel review like you.
So I did start a movie channel. Well, it's I don't know if it's better than Lawrence of Arabia, really, but Terminator's 10 out of 10. I called it Space Reviews. So I started a review channel. It is up right now. It was mostly shorts. And I did them all I did movie reviews in short form to see if shorts would work. Then I stopped because I was too lazy. So what I figured out is that laziness is probably my top one attribute. My second attribute is that I no longer care. So this could maybe answer the balancing. There's a balancing about what I love and what I and what
Right.
the algorithm says. So my new thing is that I don't care about the algorithm at all. My channel, based on what I'm doing, is never going to get big money. The money that I get from my monetization is nothing. I can't even go have breakfast once a month with what I get. I basically get the very bare minimum, not even per month. Every couple of months I'll get a little bit of money. So every couple of months I'll get the bare minimum that YouTube gives you. So people who know what that is. It's nothing. So once I start to see that, and even if I got lots of views, I'm like, I don't care about this anymore, because my philosophy is that if I'm not going to really make it big, there's only two ways to really make it big. Either you completely, in my opinion, you either shill for everything. I love everything. This is the best ever. I can't wait for that, right? Or you hate everything. This looks like trash. This is terrible. I hate this. Those are the only two avenues that are really going to get you the big time mega followers, in my opinion. And I can't do either of those things because I don't care. And
Right.
I just want to be myself. I'm honest. I'm always going to give you my honest opinion. I'm not going to say something to make you happy. I'm not going to say something to make Mark happy or RR or my friends. I just say whatever I truly feel, because most of the time, only a Sith deals in absolutes. They're all Sith. You see, they all are Sith lords. I'm not dealing in those absolutes. I'm dealing in me. So if I love a comic and everyone else hates it, I don't care. Look, I've been a nerd my entire life where you'd get made fun of, beat up, looked down upon when you were a nerd. Everyone loves everything now. Oh, we're all, yeah, I love Marvel. It's the best ever. You didn't love Marvel when you were a loser to like Marvel, right? You didn't love it then, right? And I've got me wearing like He-Man t-shirts and Marvel toys and Superman. Superman's been with me my whole life. I got Superman cake when I was like 5 or 6. I got Superman toys as a little kid. You could see me pictures with Superman toys and Spider-Man. So I love this stuff from the beginning, and it never left. I didn't grow out of it. There was no superhero fatigue. Oh, I'm tired. It's like, I don't even have superhero fatigue now. Even though there's like 15,000 shitty Marvel movies, I don't care. I'm like, let's see. Maybe the next one's going to be really good. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I still give it a chance because I want to like it, right? So, but I don't always agree. Sometimes I really love a movie and everyone hates it. Sometimes I hate a movie and everyone loves it. And the problem is that as soon as you start to alter who you are to get this algorithm, like, everyone's hating on Doctor Strange 2, for example, Multiverse of Madness. And I watched, I thought, this is kind of cool. I kind of thought it was kind of neat. There's a lot of cool magic, and he's like a zombie. I'm like, this is crazy. And I love Sam Raimi from other movies because I own all Sam Raimi's movies. I was like, I thought this was a really enjoyable movie. Let's see what everyone else says. Trash, garbage, trash, woke, nonsense. I was like, what? I was like, oh, I guess everyone hates this movie. My review, I thought it was great. And then people are like, you're an idiot. You're a shill. You shill for Disney. It's like, I didn't shill for Disney when I hated Eternals. Right?
Talking about the Craven film.
Oh, we could talk about that if you want to, because I had a heart attack during that movie in the theater. I had a heart attack at the theater during that movie. Like for real, real life, like not a joke heart attack. I got to go to the hospital. I got a stent put in. I never got to finish Craven. No, but like Mark knows that. Yeah. So I don't care, right? Like, it's like, I hated Eternals and I said it was garbage, boring, stupid. It was just terrible movie. It's not Jack Kirby's vision. I don't like it. I like Doctor Strange too. So when I hated Eternals, people were like, yeah, that was terrible. But then people were like, oh, you just hate everything, right? And then when I liked Doctor Strange, oh, you're a shill, you're paid by Disney. Nobody likes that movie. It's like, I thought it was good. So I started to realize that, you know what? F all this. I'm going to be me and say my thing, and that's it. I don't care. That shows how bad. Yeah, literally heart attack. No, so I found my thing by ignoring the algorithm.
Okay.
And going by, look, it's your time. right? You have to take the time to make a video. You have to edit it or upload it or whatever. Live streams, I'm live streaming for 2-3 hours, sometimes more. Why am I going to live stream about something that I really hated? And it's just good. There's no reason for it, right? Instead, if I do a review live stream, I will have a panel. And Mark's been on panels many times, or R has been on panels many times. And even if you want to join panels from time to time with me, I invite people who I know and don't know to come on and discuss the movie. Because like I didn't like Superman, the James Gunn one. I really did not like it at all. And I don't like the Zack Snyder movies either. I don't like either. And I don't like Bryan Singer's movie either. I don't like any live action Superman thing. Superman and Lois is okay. That's about it. Since like none of those movies, I don't like any of them. But a lot of people loved James Gunn's movie and some people really hated it. So I brought a panel together. That was the live stream. Okay. Not let me get 6 guys that all hate it with me and will hate on it for 3 hours. That would get me a lot of views because those are fun, right?
Right.
Anytime you do a negative, like the new Doctor Who, I don't like any of the new Doctor. I'm a Doctor Who super guy. Like I own every single thing from 1963 to today. I own every Doctor Who. There's like 50 seasons. I own it all on Blu-ray and all that. And I hate this new one. So I get tons of views on that. But I'm not lying. I'm doing it because I hate it. So the pivot point was, you're saying, did I make another channel? No. I started doing movie reviews and TV reviews on the same channel because I thought I'm not chasing the algorithm anymore. The monetization is not going to work for me because I'm never going to be a shill and I'm never going to be a hater. Like I'm just not going to be able to do it. I can't sustain it because sometimes I like stuff and everyone thinks it sucks, but I never lie. I'll elaborate more on that later. But anyway, so that was my kind of epiphany. I'm like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to go back to doing it. So I did all of the Star Trek reviews. I did Blake 7, all 4 seasons of Blake 7. I did all of original series. I did all of Enterprise.
Prisoner.
I did Prisoner. Yeah. What else did they say? Oh yeah. Prisoner. Yeah. I did the Prisoner.
Yeah.
What else? I don't even know. RR knows what I did better than what I did. So yeah.
He's taking all the snapshots and remembering your past.
Yeah, so those are all on there. I've done all of those. But as of right now, because I'm now streaming every day. So is there we can say this. So now here's like the last stage. Last stage is live streams. My videos, they do okay. Some of them not. Some people don't watch any of them. I found that live streaming is my thing. I now, as there's about 2 videos left to post, going forward, there'll probably be very few videos, if any. I'm no longer doing videos because live streams, I can come and talk like this, interact with the chat. I think people like me better when I'm interacting with them than I am just talking to the camera and doing a video. So I do Earth's Mightiest Mondays every Monday and Fantastic Fridays every Friday, where we look at Avengers comics, the classic ones. We're on issue 150 we're on issue 170 of Fantastic Four. So I've read, and I read the comic together with the chat on screen. We read we read the comics. So we've read 170 comic issues of Fantastic Four live, and I've read 160 something Avengers. We're going to be doing Thor. I see your journey into mystery. We're going to be doing Thor as well. I already started making the ads for Thor. I did 200, the first 200 appearances of the Legion of Superheroes in order. So like they appeared here, then here, then here. And I got every comic and we reviewed all of them as a live stream, not reviewed them. We went through them together. I've done all of Fourth World, Jack Kirby, all of it in order, all of Frank Miller, Daredevil, like all of Dazzler. Like it's just random crap that is like, who cares about Dazzler? It's like, nobody cares about Dazzler. I like Dazzler, so let's do it. I don't care if it's a big money maker or not. Fantastic Four seems to have taken off. That's my most successful live stream, where there's a lot of chat. Like people, I don't know why that one. My second biggest one is Avengers. Then Tuesdays I do horror movies. I'm a guest on another guy's channel. Wednesdays I'm a guest on another guy's channel for action movies.
Okay.
Saturdays I do streams. So the only days I don't do streams is Thursday, and that's because movies come out on Thursday night. So I go see movies if I can in the theater. And I don't do Sundays unless I leave Sundays open. So in case someone like where you've asked me, so do you want to do it Sunday? I was like, we could do it Sunday. So my niche is comic book live streams.
Okay.
I still do other stuff because I want to.
Right.
If I get inspired, I'm not saying I'm never doing another video. You know, I might read something or watch something like, oh, I got to do a video. I don't care. But I don't care if it does well. Like, not at all. I don't even check. I don't check the algorithm. I don't even look at the analytics anymore. I post a video. People watch it. They don't, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I've come like full circle, but more knowledgeable. I've kind of started back to doing whatever I want, but live streams seem to be the most enjoyable, and I have the most fun doing them because I get to talk to people. And usually I have one or two co-hosts with me. So it's like 2 or 3 people together, sometimes 4 people, reading the comic, not making fun of it, but like saying, oh, that was so funny. Or, you know, what the heck's going on? What was Kirby thinking on this panel? Like, what the hell's happening? You know, like, it's stuff fun like that. People in the chat saying, oh, I love this comic. I remember getting it as a kid. I read this. I got this at 7-Eleven. And you know what I mean? Like that scene, when you can connect to the audience, and they know I won't lie to them either. Like, I'm not going to say, you know, you should get this if I don't actually really mean it. Right. Like, and they know that from me. I just the other day, I convinced 2 of my buddies to buy some movies that they had a sale on 2 buy one, get one free. And these are like $60, $70 movies. So I convinced my one friend, I was like, you need to buy this movie. So he bought it just based on me telling him. So he spent $70 to buy. He's going to love it. I know it. And then the other buddy, I convinced him to buy 2 movies, one that he hasn't seen, and the second one I haven't seen, and he hasn't seen it either. But I convinced him to buy a movie that neither of us have seen. I was like, dude, this looks awesome. You should just get it. I know it's going to be good. It's Flesh and Blood with Rutger Hauer, directed by Paul Verhoeven. Like, Paul Verhoeven, Total Recall, RoboCop, like Starship Troopers. Like, come on, like, this has to be a cool movie because it was a buy one, get one free. He's like, I don't know what I should take for free. I said, just take this one. I'm sure it's fine.
On your comic book reading shows, or how are you reading, like the physical comic book, or do you have an omnibus, or do you have like digitally, or how are you doing that?
Whatever I have, if I have, so I do it on digital. So I used to buy Comixology. Remember Comixology? Right. Which is now Kindle. It sucks, but I bought everything on Comixology. I was a big time big time advocate for that because I still go every week. I'm a Wednesday warrior. I go on Wednesday, usually go on Wednesday, get my comics. Right. But the digital ones were great because whenever a movie would come out, you know, there's like, you know, that garbage Fantastic Four movie came out, Fantastic Four Stick, where the 4 wasn't like the Naked Thing one, which was just a terrible movie. But when that came out, I was pretty happy. Why are you happy? It's a terrible, but because Comixology is going to have a massive sale on Fantastic Four comics. Okay. Right? So I bought like 200 of them or whatever, you know what I mean? So like I bought them all in digital. Now with digital, you can share the screen and you can read it that way. So it depends. Like so I just got this. We just did this one the other day. So I just got the, it's not the artist edition. I don't know what it is. It's all art. So it's Jack Kirby's art. So it's Fantastic Four art. So it's like, you know, his original art, right? So I got this. Now, how am I going to show this to you and go through every page? Like, this is impossible, right? Yeah. So I bought the book, but then I also got a digital version so that we can share the screen and read it together. Okay. Okay. Now, prior to that, if it's something I don't own or I'm unable to purchase from Comixology, then I use whatever I had to use, which I won't say. Okay. I did what I had to do in order to be able to talk about the comic. Okay. It's a part of life. It's comics that are unable to be purchased. Like Legion of Superheroes, those are not on Comixology. Like they're not, maybe they are now. I don't know if they are since when I did them. But like Adventure Comics, like that's not something that's been put into it. It's not been remastered. DC's back catalog is like an insurmountable task to try to even get this digital. Like think about if you're starting with Action 1, how many decades before you've got in there, right? Like before even Marvel comes in into like the Marvel that we know, FF1 and whatever,
in the 60s.
Like it's 60s. So those, they've gone back and they've been able to make those really nice and clean them up and all of that. So that way I can show those. And you could tell by watching any of my live streams, you could tell Jay has this comic digitally because it looks good. The ones that look like someone like scanned it or whatever, right? Like, what do you want me to do? I can't get it. I'm a big advocate of going to the comic shop and buying the comics that you love.
Right.
So I'd go every Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I'm a Wednesday guy too, or as best I can be.
Yep. Yeah, they've got a pull list for me anyway, so they know what I want. And my shop owner knows, like, oh, Jay's gonna want this, so we'll just take it. Even if I don't know I want it, he probably will. He'll be like, oh, Jay will probably want this, so we'll just keep it for him. He's been right, like, I don't know, 9 out of 10 times. Like a couple of times, like, I don't want this crappy comic. He's like, okay, well.
So your shop owner knows your algorithm.
Yeah, he knows. He's his brain is the AI or whatever.
Well, so the comic book content that performs the best on your channel is going to be like you're reviewing, or not reviewing, but you're going through the stories.
Yep.
Yeah.
People connect to that. They're like, I read this as a kid. It's great to see it again. Some people still own it, and they're like, oh, I've got my childhood copy. And I get hosts that know the comic as well. See, I don't know anything. This is another thing too. I don't know anything. I'm a movie person. Okay. I read comics and think, wow, those are fun. I was like, I love this comic. That was great. And then I put it away. I have the original issues of Watchmen. Like I have the original issues of Watchmen. So after I read Watchmen, first I thought it was stupid and boring. I'm like, this is the worst comic ever. Why do I have this? It's only later. It's like one of my favorite comics, and I own every figure and toy and everything there is to do with Watchmen. I have everything. I've got buttons. Like I love Watchmen. But when I read it, I was like, this is boring and stupid. Why is there a squid? Like this is dumb. So, but I have the original issues. But if you had asked me, I don't remember when the last issue of that came out, but if you had asked me a month after I read those, oh, who wrote Watchmen? I don't know who wrote that. And they're like, yeah, but you bought the comics. You have them. I was like, I know. You don't know who wrote it? No. I didn't. Who drew it? Don't know. I never looked ever because I didn't care. I'm like, I don't care who made this. I'm just reading for the story and the art. And if I didn't like the art, like this art sucks. That's the end of it. I didn't look, oh, who drew this? So I better avoid this guy. I like Superman. He's my favorite. I'm like, I'm going to buy a Superman comic. I buy a Superman comic and like, this art sucks. I'm still buying the next one because it's Superman. I'm just going to continue buying it because I'm just a Superman, I'm a bit of a shill for Superman or whatever. I'm just going to buy it anyway. Same with Batman. Like I hated issue 3 of this new Batman. I was like, man, this sucks. It's like, you going to get issue 4? Yeah, I'll get issue 4. Yeah. And then I think like 4 or 5, I think I thought was okay. So I don't know anything. When I started to pay attention to creators, Image Comics. Oh yeah. Todd McFarlane, Liefeld, Jim Lee, Silvestri, Wilsh, however you say is Wilsh Protashio, right? Right? I was like, okay, I was like, whoa, because they looked a little bit like manga too. Some of these guys, you could tell that they were reading a lot of manga at the time. And I was like, Jim Lee X-Men. I was like, oh shit, yeah, man, this looks awesome. This is kick ass. Like X-Force. I was like, yeah, this is badass. I was like 15 years old or 16 or whatever, right at that sweet spot. I was like, this is badass, man. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I need to buy all. And I was like, man, who's my favorite artist? Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, right? It's like, no way, not now, right? But back then, that's what I was pumped up for. And in doing this, I started to be like, what's going to be interesting if I'm reading these. So how many FF issues have I read? I can tell you right now. I just finished issue 170 and I read annual 11. And how many Avengers comics have I read? 155. I just finished issue 155 today. So I'm going through these for the first time ever. So I don't know anything. I'm learning about it now. Not now, it's been years now, right? But right. So like Jack Kirby's my all-time #1 favorite anything. Creator, artist, all of it. I love Jack Kirby. His mind is impossible. He's the best creator of anything. I think he's better than George Lucas and all these other people. He's like number one. But I didn't know who Jack Kirby was. I knew the name Kirby. Like I was like, oh, Jack Kirby. But going into what did he do? You know, if you would have asked me in like 1988, let's say, oh, who created all the Marvel characters? Oh, Stan Lee. Oh, did Stan Lee create Punisher? Yeah, he created everybody. Stan Lee created everything. It's like, no, he didn't, dumbass. It's like, because I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Right.
I just thought Punisher's awesome. Wolverine is awesome. Ghost Rider, yeah. And I saw Stan Lee's name everywhere. I didn't even know. Like, I was thinking that one guy, I didn't even know there's multiple people working on art. Like, it's like, oh, if this is drawn by Neil Adams, then yeah, he drew it and colored it. I didn't even know inking was a thing. Like, I'm like, I know the credits are in every comic, but I didn't read them because I don't care. I just went to the story. So it's like, what does an inker do? It's like, oh, he inks over the pencils. It's like, wait a minute, that's a different guy? So wait, the same guy didn't ink it? Oh, that's weird. Why is that happening? Right? And then it's like, and he didn't color it? So there's just a guy that's just coloring in comics? What the hell? Where's that job? I love to color in comics. It's like a coloring
Stay in the lines.
Stay in the lines. Yeah.
I've been practicing this since I was a little kid.
Yeah, I'm going to be great at this. So I didn't know any of this stuff. So it's only later in life, like maybe like mid-20s or whatever, I start to think about these creators. It's like, okay. So when I started up my channel, I'm like, let me really, because I like West Coast Avengers. I like the whatever Punisher War Journal, like Wolverine, all those. I'm like, let me go back. I saw someone talking about comics, like, oh, when should you start? Like someone was saying, well, I want to get into the Fantastic Four. Where should I start? Right. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, why not we just start number one? Like, I don't understand. Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, like issue 1, Fantastic Four. Like, why? This is not something that's unattainable. And when you see all these sales on Comixology, you know, it was like, you know, for 200 comics, I paid like $60 or something, right? I'm like, well, it's $60 and I've got 200 issues. I'm like, okay, well, why don't we start with that? Right. Like, that was my thinking with this kind of stuff. Like, I'm not going to start now. Well, you know, I kind of like, you know, like Superman post-crisis John Byrne. I got those John Byrne issues, Man of Steel. I started, that's where I heavy started. But prior to that, I had comics, but just random Superman comics here and there. Right. But when I started to be like, okay, I need to get every Superman comic, I started with John Byrne because that was a good place to start, right? Because it rebooted it. But I'm, you know, going back and reading all these. I start with Action Comics 1. I'm like, let me read. And I read about 30 of them. I was like, this is not the Superman that people think is the Superman. If you go back to that very beginning, Ultra Humanite was the first ever villain that he fought, not even Lex Luthor, although Ultra Humanite looked like Lex Luthor. So I like going, and when we were doing Legion, so there's a buddy of mine, his name was Clobberin Time. He passed away. So he was streaming all the time, and his live streams were a bit inspirational into me changing my outlook on life. Because he would just be like, I'm talking about comics that I like. Why am I getting into drama? And then, oh, I didn't like this, or this was some trash movie, or this is, oh, I love anything Disney does because I'm a shill. You know, none of these things. It's like, I don't care. Some things I like, some things I don't. He's like, I'm just talking about what I like. I thought, this is really good. So that I actually had that guy streaming with me a few times. He passed away, which is really sad because he actually passed away. We were going to go live and he passed. Like, I'm like, where is he? He's not here. And I'm getting messages. I got a message from one of his family saying, yeah, I'm like, he's in the hospital. I was like, what? We're going to go live. And I'm getting this message. And I was like, oh my God. Anyways, but he really inspired me. And I thank him at the beginning of every live stream. I thank this guy because and his channel is still up. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do stuff I like. Let's do Avengers. Let's do Avengers #1. We're going to do Journey into Mystery 83 or whatever. Yeah. Like First Thor, that one that you have on your back. We're going to start there. Now I haven't read a lot of those. I did read a lot of those, but we're going to go back and read them. So I'm learning as we go in the sense that I know who the Fantastic Four are. I know who the creators are. I know who the artists are.
Right.
But I don't know, like, what happened? Like, when did Jack Kirby leave Fantastic Four? I don't know. Like, the day before he did Fourth World? Like, whatever, whenever that was. But now I know, issue 102 or whatever. Like, see, like, I'm learning it kind of, you know, as we go through it. So it's been fun doing it this way. And it gives you a more genuine and more genuine response to the material. Because I'm looking, I was like, man, like Fantastic Four is my favorite comic, which I wouldn't have said 4 years ago. right? Like I was like, oh, yeah, Fantastic Four, yeah, they're okay. They're okay. That would be my Fantastic Four. Yeah, they're okay. And then you go back and you read it, you're like, wow, every issue is so imaginative, right?
Yeah.
And they just keep getting crazier. You know, it's like by the time Galactus shows up, I'm like, holy crap, like this is crazy. And like Silver Surfer and all of these characters. Same with Avengers. Like Avengers actually start off very slow for me, or very kind of meh, and it massively picked up in like the sort of the mid 100s for me. It went way up. Like now we're into like really cool Avengers, but Fantastic Four issue 1, man, like to 170 has been bangers all of the way. So it's really cool. And you can see me talk like this on live stream and people react better to that, right? Not just me saying Fantastic Four debuted with issue number 1 by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, who were very innovative in taking, you know, these concepts and putting them together, similar to Challengers of the Unknown. Like who wants to watch that garbage? You can go on Wikipedia and type in what the F is Fantastic Four, and I'll tell you what it is. You don't need me to tell you. Right. We're talking about comics, buddy. Look, you know, you're excited. You're like, yeah, I just got a Thor. You know, oh man, I just completed my whatever run of whatever. You know, you're talking about X-Men backstage. Yeah. Dude, I just got X-Men. Yes, I completed it. And you're excited and you're pumped up. And then people are like, I like this Bryant guy. He's getting excited for shit. Okay, well, what else has he got to offer? You know, that's the way I think about it.
Yeah, I've noticed through a couple of videos I've done that if you're authentic and if you let your enjoyment of what you're talking about come through, it will resonate with the viewers. Because I've had like one video that I did in November has, I think it by either tomorrow cross 7,000 views, which would be my best performing one that I've had. And it's because it was a whole my wife bought comics for me off of Whatnot from a store.
I saw that video.
Yeah, I mean,
even I watched that one.
that was done great for me. It's like wasn't a lot of thought. It was just an unboxing video of what I got, but because I really enjoyed it and what I was happy with everything and what she did for me, it resonated. So
yeah, well, people they lived that experience through you. That's why.
Yeah.
See, unboxing and comics, because you're like, ooh, I just got a bunch of stuff that I don't know what it is, and it's all comics. Then people are like, oh shit, because then they almost feel like they're getting the comic, right? Like it's this weird sort of like they're now living through your experience. Oh, what's this? You're like, oh, what did he get? And there's like, I got this one, and then you're thinking, oh, that one's not that good. Okay, well, what's the next one? You know, and then you pull one out like, oh yeah, that's a good one, right? And it's like, oh, you know, and you're showing them as you go, and it's like people are excited. They're like, oh, what's the next one gonna? Even if the entire lot sucked but one comic, you'd still be like, yeah, that was great, like because it's about discovering what it is, and then and you can
like opening Ollie packs are pretty popular videos also.
Chris does those Chris Comic Vet does those all the time, and I always watch those. We don't have Ollies in Canada,
right?
So I'm always like, oh, I was like, well, you're getting some really good ones out of that. Like some of them are really good.
I know I opened up an Ollie's pack, and out of it I got Omega Men #1 and Omega Men #4. It wasn't like right around the Lobo one, but it wasn't the Lobo. But it's like out of a $5 mystery pack, I got 2 of those.
Yeah, like where are they getting where are they getting these from anyways? I don't even it's just like random people hand them, like I don't even know where they're getting them from.
Right, could be closing down comic book shops and stuff like that, but you never know.
And they're basically just randomly assembling packs, right? Like they're just like, okay, pack, right? Like, so who knows what you're getting. I didn't realize it was that like random. Like Chris opens one's like, what the hell? Like, how is that in there? Oh, I don't know. So
yeah, no, I mean some of them are very, very random. So
yeah.
Well, we've already covered question number 5, which was how did you balance what you want to talk about with what the algorithm wants?
Yeah, I don't care about the algorithm. That's the final answer. Don't care about it because you're going to lose your mind. Like I deleted 800 videos to get monetized, all this crap. It's never going to be, because I watch people who do follow the algorithm.
Yeah.
Right. And if you don't have that content, you're not going to win because YouTube is not going to promote your video if it's not something that it thinks it could get ad revenue from. So you're not going to get the ad revenue anyway. You're just going to waste your time. Better off go with what you love. And if what you love fits the algorithm, like that can happen. Like I'll review, when Supergirl comes out, I always go to the theater opening night, first showing, IMAX, whatever. So when Supergirl comes out, I will see that right away, or Avengers Doomsday. I'll see that right away and I'll review it and I'll catch the algorithm because everybody will reviewing it. But that's not because I'm aiming for it. It's just, it coincides with what I'm going to do anyways. So.
Yeah. It's talking about Supergirl. Might be an interesting video for me to do in the future. I bought my granddaughter the compact version of the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
Right.
So, because she wants to see the movie, so I figure, here's the book that it's loosely based upon.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very loose.
Well, I mean, there's some rumors here in the last couple of weeks where James Gunn said it's more Guardians-like than the story like. So
yeah, that every movie he makes, he I don't like James Gunn at all, and I'm not looking forward to the Supergirl movie. I can't stand. I don't know, and I didn't like Woman of Tomorrow, and I actually have the first 3 or 4 issues off the rack of Woman of Tomorrow, and I did not like it. It's just, it's not. I prefer like a happier version. Like this is explaining why Supergirl is like upset. And see, again, I'm not going to fall in line with it because everyone loves that comic. And it's like, oh, what does Jay think? Oh, he doesn't like it. What? It's like, Argo City was destroyed and she's all upset and drunk. And I'm like, or maybe if something really bad happens to you, maybe you just take that in and become a better person and value life more. And maybe I prefer taking it to a hopeful way where it's like, because like to me it's teaching people that if bad things happen I should get drunk and whatever and then I'll go on a mission and become good. Or what if you have all this bad stuff happen and you work through it in a normal way instead of being drunk and whatever, because I've had lots of bad stuff and I've witnessed many bad things happen to me in my personal life and I didn't have to go get drunk or take drugs or whatever and go on an adventure. I just don't like the entire concept of Women of Tomorrow. The art looked good, it looked fine that way. And I don't like anything for this Supergirl. I'm still going to go see it and I'm still going to buy it on 4K because I buy all Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman. I buy all Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, whatever related stuff. So I'm still going to go see it. If people like it, cool. But it's not going to be for me. I can already tell. I'm still going to go see it. So that's that. And I love those DC compact editions because it's the full story in one thing.
Right.
Those are brilliant. And DC's doing a great job in marketing those because that came out just in time so kids can read it, or adults, whoever, people can read it and get excited for the movie, right? Like Marvel has dropped the ball. Like Fantastic Four came out, it's like nothing. There's like one Jack Kirby, Alex Ross covered tribute to Jack Kirby where it collected the Galactus stuff and that was it. I'm like, that's it? Like, shouldn't there be like better, like they did like an issue, they did like a special issue which no one bought. Like you got to get it in Indigo, you got to get it in the bookstores, right? Manga's huge, anything in the bookstores. That's why compact is perfect. It looks like a manga, it's $10, it's a book, you can get it for her and she's got the full story. She doesn't have to be like, oh, this is part 1 of 2. It's the whole thing, right? So those DC compacts, that's a genius idea. Good job, DC.
Oh yeah, I read it on the Hoopla app.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I read it there, so I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, Mark enjoyed it too, and he tried to convince me to like it, but if Mark likes something, it just makes me want to not like it. So it's already like you're already down a step.
So what mistake did you make early on that you wish that somebody had warned you about?
Yeah, well, that's easy. The music, putting on all the, listen, hey, Philip Box. Look, okay, let me tell you something right now. All this fancy crap, you don't need any of this stuff. What you need is a cool idea and a camera and a mic, and that's it. And if the mic isn't the best mic ever and the camera's not the best camera ever, don't worry about it. Trying to get all fancy and cool and I'm going to have a spiffy intro and I'm going to have all, nobody cares. it's like, even now, my intro is nothing. It's like, it just says, it's just my J logo. That's it. Like, yours is great. It's like what, 2 seconds or whatever. I don't know however long it is. It's like 3
7,
seconds.
I think, at the most.
7 seconds. Oh, it didn't even seem that long,
right.
But that's good enough. Like, what is your thing? Your logo, you're done. All of this stuff. And I'm going to have all this cool shit and graphics everywhere. It's like, you know what? To start off, you don't need any of that. You can grow into that as you go. Get people interested in your your content by being yourself, and not just being yourself, but being your YouTube self, which is, you've got to be more fun. Like, now I am the same. Like, you're talking to me now. If you talk to me off camera, I'm the same. I am this energetic and moving around, and it's like, I'm from a loud family. We're all loud. We all argue with each other, and whoever yells the loudest wins the argument. So that's how that's how it was. So, but yeah, number one mistake is, graphics. See, don't do all this garbage. See, I put music, and that messed me up. The thing is that why you need to get monetized is so that YouTube does favor your content. The way it works is that, and here's another mistake: don't chase subscribers if you're going to change your thing around. So I should have just started with comics, or I should have just stuck with movies, and then I'd be way further along in movies. Or if I started with comics, I'd be way further on, because I started in 2012, right? So I'd be way further on if I started and stayed precisely with that and slowly expanded. Because what happened is that when you do a video, it goes to only a small portion of your subscribers. I'm not even sure if you know this. Your video goes to a small portion of your subscribers. If they don't click it and watch it right away or within a certain time frame, that's it for your video. If they do, it then goes to all your subscriber feeds. If people click it there, then it goes to the outside world, and it's like, okay, now it's ready to go outside. So when half of my subscribers were subscribed to me for movie reviews, particularly the foreign movies, because I was doing Indonesian, like those Korean movies, I was doing Bollywood, and they're like, wow, there's this white guy who's talking about these Indian movies, and he knows all the actors and saying their name correctly, and that's, whoa, what the heck? So that was very interesting. But now those guys aren't watching my thing. Same thing starting 2006. Yeah. That's wow. Same. I'm telling you, just pick a thing and then just be the best in that thing. And be your better self. Don't come on and be like, hey, I'm here talking about whatever comic. It's like, no one cares. It's like, you got to be pumped up. Like, show me that you care about it. I hate this, like, I thought this was a good comic, or it's like, it was a really good comic. I really enjoyed it. It was peak. It was fire. I don't know what those words mean. What is all this nonsense? Tell me about, I need you to, okay, I just told you I didn't like that Supergirl, right? You're thinking, yeah, he didn't like it. He looks like he doesn't like it. His voice is changing, right? It's like, you want to talk about, Christopher Reeve? Love Christopher Reeve. He's like my hero. I donate to his charity every month, automatic payment. I've got 4 million of these go forward things, which I kept donating to. I love Christopher Reeve. He's my hero. I'm wearing the shirt today. It's like Superman tattoo. I love Chris. You'll see. Oh yeah. He loves them. Not this. I think the Christopher Reeve Superman movie is quite good. The good performances. I like the music. Very good effects, especially for the time. Like, what is this nonsense crap? That doesn't sound like you. That sounds like you're just saying random positive talking points. Right. Like, everyone says it's this, right? Don't do that. Be yourself. Like, give me some personality, man. Like, I don't want to read a Wikipedia article on why you like Superman, and like, I don't like the Bayverse Transformers. Well, because it sucks and it's trash and he destroyed Transformers. That's my opinion. There you go. I'm telling you right now. Do I own them all? Of course I own them all. They're right over there. I own every single one of those trashy Michael Bay movies. It's like, because it's Transformers, and I'm a shill for Transformers. I'm gonna buy it anyways. But that doesn't mean I can't bag on it. But you gotta have some personality with it. You can't just be like, I don't like the Michael Bay Transformer movies. They're not very faithful or accurate. What are you talking about? Christopher Reeve, of course, Christopher Reeve is the GOAT. You see, the set. Okay, you're watching it in real time, and we've got a few people watching. So Philobox, right away, the second I started saying that, he immediately responded, and that's getting responses. Right. And as soon as I started saying, oh, that Supergirl comic was trash. It was terrible. I didn't like it. Comet dies. That's dumb. It's like, I don't like the big thing. And she's like all drunk. It's stupid to me. And people then immediately comment, well, wait a minute. I thought this was good. Or they're like, yeah, I thought. And then the chat starts to fight it out amongst themselves. Right. And that's because I'm making them feel like they either want to connect to me by agreeing with me, or they want to challenge me because they can see that I'm passionate one way or the other. I'm passionate positive or passionate negative, and they want to engage. And the thing is that because it doesn't affect me, like if someone loves the Supergirl comic and they're like, no, you're a complete idiot, I thought it was great, I think that's fine. I'm not butthurt. I'm not upset. I have had on-air live arguments with my friend of over 25 years, and most of my friends are 20 plus years. I don't have any new friends. Right. They're all 20 years people. Like, I mean, friends who come over and, you know, come to dinner and we go to, like, not just like, you know, like I'm friends with Chris, but YouTube buddies, right? Like acquaintances on YouTube. But I mean, like coming over and spending time. My oldest friend is from kindergarten. His name is Jason, coincidentally. His name is also Jason. So the two Jasons, friends since kindergarten till now. We meet every month for Dungeons and Dragons. So, and we have massive fights. Like on air, it's like, no, you're an idiot. You're completely an idiot. I don't understand. It's like, you're lying. Why are you lying to my face? No, you're an idiot. Like on air arguments, but it doesn't go anywhere because it's just fun. It's nerd stuff. We're talking about comics, guys. Like we're talking about comics. It's not going to, no one ever died from a comic, from reading a comic or from seeing a bad movie. But I did get a heart attack by seeing that. I did get one, but that's not because of that is not because of Craven. Right. And I bought Craven. I still never finished watching it. But yeah, so the passion, you got to see the one way or the other, but don't lie to people. Don't just say, I'm going to do negative videos. Cause I hate when I see a 6 or 7 person panel and everybody's the same opinion. Totally
also, when it comes to videos, I mean, you got to get, since you're asking people to give you their time, you got to get to your point very quickly. They don't need to have a, hi, my name's Bryant and welcome to I Have Comic Issues. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and all that. And then 15, 30 seconds later, I'm going to tell you about this book. Get to the point a lot faster.
Yeah, I know you're Bryant because I know, and I know you have Comic Issues because that's your damn channel name. It's like, oh, hi, I've got Comic Issues. Yeah, no shit. I'm looking at your channel. Like, I know what your thing is. And your name is on the screen. So I don't need to know who you are. It's like, clearly I know who you are. From Nightmare Street 5 died reading a comic. Oh, he did. But that's because Freddie, first of all, I don't know if Philip Box was here earlier. I'm a horror movie. See, I'm a movie guy. Those entire 2 shelves are pure horror movies. I have every series of everything. I love it. Yeah, Nightmare 5 was fun, but that's good.
Jay, I was going to tell you this. I think you and Philobox, his name's Rich, if you haven't seen his, y'all might have some interesting conversations, especially about live streams, because I don't know if you knew this or not, but Rich has another channel called TSR Sports where he live streams every San Antonio Spurs basketball game while it's happening and doing commentary and play-by-play with the live clock and everything.
Yeah, so, very smart. I don't know. And I'm glad you said basketball.
Right.
Philobox so I have an Excel spreadsheet list of every 80s horror movie that ever came out. There's about like 600 to 700. And out of the 600 or 700, I personally own 300. So I own half of every horror movie that came out. I own almost 4,000 movies, and a lot of them are horror, and a lot of them are the 80s horror. They're all, and I own a lot of giallo, like almost everything from Dario Argento and Lucio Fulci and all that stuff. So Philobox, you should subscribe to me. And actually, I'm gonna, I don't know if I'll check out your channel as well. Is it just at Philobox Comics? Let me write that down.
Yeah, that's his comic book one, and then he has TSR Sports.
So I don't know anything about sports. So you said Spurs. I thought, oh God, I hope he tells me what sport that is because I don't know what that is. And I'm in Canada. I'm Canadian, So like, welcome to the stream. Today we're talking like comics and stuff. So in Canada, we play a lot of hockey, But not me, man. I went out for skating and like about 5 minutes in, I fell. So I told my mom like, no, I can't be doing no hockey anymore. So I don't know anything about sports, like at all, zero. I suck. I maybe I can throw a basketball. Maybe you just okay. I'll get you up and sub you up.
Yeah, I just figured you might like to talk live streaming.
Yeah,
not necessarily saying that you need to talk to them about the Spurs or anything like that.
Yeah. No, it's just funny because you mentioned sports. I thought, oh God, no, I don't know anything about it. It's like, no.
That's the one question I had today that was going to throw you for a loop.
Yeah.
So I guess, well, okay, this will be a good one. Your process for planning and producing your live streams.
Sure.
So since that's what your focus is now on with your channel is the live streams for your comic book reading and stuff like that. So what is your what does it take for you to get a 4-issue, I guess, live stream? Is it 4 issues that you cover in a live stream?
We kill a lot of time on them. I'll tell you, it takes it's like a half an hour per issue. So I basically sit there and I think, what do I feel like reading that I haven't read? And I thought, my friend really likes the Fantastic Four, the fellow I mentioned earlier. His channel's name was Clobber in Time. So I'll give you 13 guesses on which his favorite team was. But
I might only need one.
I know you only need one. So Clobber, his icon was the Thing. And I said, Clobby, you've never done, we called him Clobby. I was like, Clobby, you never did any Fantastic Four. I was like, let's do Fantastic Four. He's like, well, Jay, have you read any Fantastic Four? I was like, sure, I've read 1 issue of Fantastic Four. I was like, I'll read them all. I don't care. He's like, there's hundreds. I was like, I'll read them all. Don't worry about it. Let's do it. He loved Legion of Super. This is my thought process. Is like, I never read Fantastic Four. Let's read all of them. It's like, okay, that's insane. It's like, because I'm insane. I want to read them all because I don't want to be a poser. I don't want to come on and say, see, I'm wearing the Christopher Reeve shirt because Christopher Reeve is the best and I know everything. And I watch these movies. I love Superman 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not, I thought 1 was amazing and 2 is pretty good and 3 is not that great and 4 is not that great. The people who are saying that are liars and they should be beaten up. It's like all 4 of those movies are awesome. I don't need this fake, like, oh, I didn't like part 3 and 4. Okay, so you're a little kid, you saw part 3 and didn't think that was cool? Yeah, right. Anyways, so it's all fake. So that's my, you got to go. Okay, take care, man. Appreciate you being here. So anyway, I'm like, if I'm going to be doing Fantastic Four, I want to do Fantastic Four. If we're going to do Avengers, like Legion of Superheroes, like he had told me his favorite team, his second favorite team was Legion of Superheroes, and he's like, why don't you read from 197? So that's when Timberwolf comes in and all. So I own a lot of those. So I started buying all these issues and I really got into it. I was like, this is really fun. I like Golden Age and Silver Age because it was fun. You didn't have to worry about how things were going on in comics. They were just fun and you read them and they were slightly disposable. The disposability of the comics is what makes them rare because kids would just shove them in their pockets or throw them out after they read them or traded them and whatever. But it was an anything goes attitude. Like every issue of Superman was bonkers. Like he's like on another planet with weird aliens and then he's in another dimension or he's grown old now or, whatever. Anything can happen. And I kind of almost missed that. So I was like, well, let's do Legion of Superheroes. And I thought, instead of starting from 197, I said, why don't we start with Adventure 347 or, like the first appearance? Like, let's do that. He's like, what, do you really want to do that? He's like, there's going to be hundreds of issues. I was like, let's do it. And we did. We did like 200, I think, appearances, or maybe 300. I can't remember if it was 200 or 300, but it's crazy. We went to volume 3 and stopped. We stopped at like volume 2 or volume 3 of Legion because I was like, okay, and then I'm like, let's read Avengers. Like Thor. I remember reading when the Thor movies came out, Journey into Mystery. They had all the Masterworks were on sale for like $1 or something. So I bought like the first like 20 or something, or whatever it was. And I was like, because I always liked Thor. I just thought he was like badass. He looked cool. He's like Superman kind of a guy. I like mythology. I like Norse mythology. I was reading Norse mythology. So I started reading these. I was like, maybe I should do some videos. You know what I mean? You start to think like, so I'm doing what I want to do, but I am paying a little bit attention, not to the algorithm, but to the chat. When I started doing Star Wars comics, I started with Star Wars #1. And nobody was showing up. And I thought that's weird because I was just doing Legion. and there's massive people watching. Like the comment, I'd get like 300 or 400 comments. And I thought, why am I getting not that many on Star Wars? Star Wars is, it's whether you like these newer ones or not, it doesn't matter. I don't like anything Disney's done with Star Wars, but it is on a slow decline and it's declining and no one cares. So I thought, you know what? I'll continue reading Star Wars, the original Marvel run, on my own time. I said, but for live streaming, I'm going to do something that I like and that the people like and want to share with me. So if I'm reading a comic just for me, that's my personal reading. So I'm reading many comics at once, right? So Star Wars, I'm reading on my personal time and I'm not making videos on it. It's just for me. But Fantastic Four, I'm reading and then I'm streaming about it. So this is how I think about, I'm still thinking about I don't care about the algorithm because that's just gone. What I care about is the people in the chat. If I do a live stream on Fantastic Four, they're fire. It's like tons, like you can't, it's getting to where I can't keep up anymore. Like I used to answer every comment and now I really can't do that anymore. It's to the point where I can't really do it. So people love Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah.
Right? No, so I'm still reading it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely from just doing these. This is not a fast chat.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Because no one cares about me. They don't know who I am. Right. You're doing this because you want to, this is something you want to do, right?
But if I had 50 people in the room and the chat was just going like this, if I was paying attention to the chat the entire time, we wouldn't have an interview.
That is correct. Yeah. So that's another thing. This is more for, this is like, the purposes of the channel. It's different than like, I'm sharing a comic because I want people to like, I can read a comic by myself and that's the end of it. But if I'm sharing a comic with the people, I want them to be excited and I want people to be like, whoa, what happened on that panel? That's crazy. Or, and there's like, there's a mystery. There's like, who's this masked guy? You'll find out at the end of the issue. And it's like, oh, who is he? And then people in the chat saying, I know who he is. I know who he is. And then there's always some guy who will spoil it. And then people are, you spoiled it. It's like, dude, it's like, there's no spoilers. It's comics from 1977. Like spoilers, It's over. Surely there's a time. I think the statute of limitations on spoilers is over. Like, it's like a 40-year-old comic. Oh, you spoiled it. But anyways, so it's fun. So that makes it fun. So I want to have fun on the live streams, interact with the chat and read something I like. I don't care if the algorithm likes it. Like I did those Dazzler issues because I like Dazzler. People are in the chat kind of having fun with it. Do you know Scotty? S-Vaughn. So he did that with me because he's a Dazzler guy. Right. So the planning process, this is the planning process. I was sitting there on Chris's channel and Scotty came on. And he's like, oh, I love Dazzler. I just bought these toys or whatever. And I was like, I have those toys. I said, I have all the Dazzler appearances and her first appearance in all of the comics. He's like, so do I. I was like, why don't we do a stream on Dazzler? That's the planning process. Then he's like, well, which issues do you want to cover? I was like, well, I guess we could cover all of them. Like, what are you talking about? We're going to cover them all, like all of it. He's like, there's like 40 issues. Like, that's right. We're going to do them all. We'll split them up into like 4 live streams. There you go. That's the planning process.
Have you ever had Cliff on?
Oh yeah, for sure. I had him on a bunch of times. He's a very, very good live streaming person because he has a lot of personality. Now, unlike me, he does know all of the facts. So I just kind of bullshit my way through and kind of like, figure stuff out because I'm reading them and then I'm making notes and stuff.
Right.
But he knows all of his stuff. So I had him on for a bunch. Actually, I had him on for Dazzler a few times. And what else did I have him on for?
I was going to say, he knows Legion. Like, Legion of Superheroes is one of his favorites, too.
I know. I didn't know him at the time. It was a bit of a missed opportunity because I saw one thing of his later on. I was like, and he's like, oh, Legion. I was like, oh, dude, man. It's like, I didn't really know him at the time. And also, our friend Clobberin Times, like that was like his favorite thing to do off his channel. Like he was just doing it for my channel. Okay. Like now I've got a thing where I'm using a different streaming. I'm not going to promote anything. I'm using a different one. The one I'm using, I can link people up together. So I would link up all of the channels. And so it all live stream on all of our channels at the same time. I paid for this extra. You could pay to have this enabled. So I paid extra to have it enabled. Sorry.
StreamYard.
It was StreamYard, yeah. So I paid for the next better version,
Okay.
So I could, so everyone's streaming at the same time. And I didn't have that when I started Legion. So this guy was taking time out of, he was not doing a stream in order to do this because he wanted to do it so much. And he was very like, he's not opposite of me. He's opposite of me in the sense that he wanted everything on topic.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
right. It's like, let's cover this issue. We're covering this issue. Because like stuff will happen in Legion. I'm like, oh, this reminds me of this. It's like, no, it doesn't remind you of that. Go back to the comic. Go back to the comic. All right, we're back to the comic.
He wanted to stay on script, and you're like, I don't have a script.
Yeah, so I'm totally good with that because I'll adjust myself to whatever I got to adjust. Look, I've written many stories. I've got my own comic characters I created too. I've gotten, I was in film school. I can adjust myself. I can adjust myself into, do you want to actually discuss this movie or this comic? Do you want to actually discuss the comic in a more, mature way versus me just saying, I loved it. You guys are idiots if you don't like it. And, we can discuss it, right? Like I can discuss the 4 Superman films and why I love them. And whether you love them or not won't affect the way that I'm talking about. Because you'll be like, no, he really does love Superman 3. He doesn't think, oh, it's cheesy and stupid or whatever. He really does love that movie. Okay, I get it. I don't agree with them, but I understand.
Right.
That's the big thing. Your audience needs to understand you. And even because even when I love stuff that everyone hates, and they'll make fun of me for it, but they're still there. Like I've never lost subscribers or people in the chat for takes that they don't agree with. And I like some really movies that people really hate. And, like I love Wonder Woman 1984. And everyone hated that. And I get made fun of that. And when they make fun of it, I give them the Wonder Woman, I give her the wink and stuff. Like I take clips from Wonder Woman 84 and highlight their comment and give them that clip. And they kind of enjoy it. It's like, well, Jay loves this movie and everyone hates it. I love Highlander 2 as well. That's another one that everyone hates. But they're wrong. They're completely wrong. Highlander 2 is awesome. And all versions are great. Not the, if you saw this other version, whatever. It's awesome. Anyways, but they're not upset with me. Even though I'm making fun of them, like the guy in the chat will be like, "Oh, that was a trash." I was like, you know what? You're terrible. It's like I'm not your friend anymore. Don't talk to me. And of course, I'm just joking around, but they know it's like because it's like, oh, I'm just being funny. I'm just being fun. I don't care. Like, what do I care? I don't care if people like or dislike something. We're having fun. No one's gonna get hurt over me not liking it or loving it.
Right.
Like it doesn't matter. And because I'm honest and I'm not lying to them, they respect that. There's a respect, right? They're like, no, he loves this movie. And yeah, I think it's stupid, but and I'm not hiding it because if you start hiding stuff, like, or you're like, oh, I said this in the video. Like I knew a couple of people who I saw, they really liked The Last Jedi, the Star Wars, which is an absolute awful piece of garbage movie. And they liked it. And they would like change their mind later. I was like, you know what? You liked this. Like, or just say, you know what, I used to like it, and then I watched it again. I didn't like. I've had that happen. I watched a movie in the theater, and I was super pumped up, and then I rewatched. I was like, oh, that wasn't that good. Why did maybe I got caught up in the hype? But just admit it to yourself and be honest. There's no point in lying about it, especially if you're on YouTube, where we could bring this. It's like we can bring this video up and see that you said this. And I get caught all the time. Like they're like, wait a minute, I saw your review and you said this is a great movie. I said, I did. And I thought it was a great movie when I saw it in the theater. And then I went home and watched it. I was like, man, this sucked. Like Man of Steel. I thought Man of Steel was great in the theater. And then I saw it again at home. I was like, man, this is really stupid. Like, what this movie? Oh my God, this is so dumb. I thought this was great. What am I, dumb? And then I bought it on 4K. and I watched it again anyway. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times, even though I think it sucks. Because it's Superman and it's still kind of neat because he's flying around, I guess. He fights those guys at the end. That's kind of neat. So
I always thought the Snyderverse movies were like action movies with superheroes in them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I thought the newest Superman movie was more of a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Because like the people of Metropolis were like, oh, there's a kaiju. Okay, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, not too worried about it or whatever. Yeah. My problem with the James Gunn one is that Superman is never proven right in his actions and is constantly in peril or recovering from injury. Like there was not a scene where Mr. Terrific or Green Lantern or something needed Superman's help. Like, why is he not the main guy to rely on in his own movie? Like, he should be the main person that they rely on. Like in the kaiju scene, for I'll say this really quick because I know it's not part of the thing, but like just as an example of how I talk to the audience too, like there's the kaiju there, right? When Superman is fighting, and then the other guys show up, the Justice Gang show up. This is what should have happened. Superman be like, "Oh, Mr. Terrific, thank God you're here." It's like, "I need help subduing this thing." It's like, "Guy, can you make like some sort of green handcuffs to bind this thing?" "Mr. Terrific, can your T spheres create some sort of like barrier around it?" "Hawk Girl, why don't you can that mace of yours penetrate this thing? We've got to secure this monster. Maybe get him away from the city. See what we can do." That's not what happened. Here's what happened. Mr. Terrific is like, "Well, we're just gonna kill this thing." And Superman's like, "Well, I was trying not to kill." He's like, "Okay." And they scoff at him, and then they just destroy the monster while Superman's going around saving people, which is cool. He's saving them. But I'm like, but shouldn't Superman be in charge of this? Like, he's the leader of the Justice League. And people saying, well, this is his first thing, but it's been 3 years that he's been on the planet as per the thing in the beginning. And I don't care if it's his first time out. Superman is better than Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific all combined. I don't care if, like, why is Mr. Terrific better than Superman in Superman's own movie? That's my problem. And when they kill the monster, there's no repercussions for it because Superman says, "No, I don't want to kill the monster," but they do kill it. So later in the movie, there should be some sort of repercussions to say, like, Superman was right. You shouldn't have killed it. Right? Like, because he's proven right. But here he's clearly wrong because they should have killed it because it was destroying stuff. Why shouldn't they? Like, Superman's like, "I don't want to kill it." Why? Like, what in the movie makes it right to not kill it? That's my problem. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, again, I'm a film person. Everyone forgets. They think, "Oh, he's just like a fun-loving guy," and I thought it was great. But no. I am a film person. I want to see evidence in the movie that I'm watching as to why things are happening the way they're happening. That's an example of my reviews that I would do.
Okay.
Right? Like, you see, like, I'm not just saying, "Oh yeah, this is trash," or "I love it," and Superman's back, yay. What do you like? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, give me examples. I gave you an example of the kaiju thing. I told you why I don't like the scene and what I would have done to improve the scene. And then you can be like, "No, Jay's completely wrong and stupid. That scene was perfect. He's dumb." Or they're like, "Actually, yeah, you're right. That's a pretty good point. Actually, yeah, you're right. That's kind of an interesting point." Right? Like, that's what I'm offering. I'm not just offering my opinion and then I'm moving on with my day. I'm telling you, here's a way that I think would have worked better. You can agree or disagree. And if you agree, cool. If you disagree, that's cool too. I'm not upset. People, some of my friends, they love this movie. Like, "Oh man, that was awesome. That's the best Superman movie ever." I'm like, okay, you're completely wrong and insane, but okay.
I thought that it was a good movie for comic book movies now.
Right.
That the comic book movie industry needed. And I thought Fantastic Four this year, or in 2025, was a good movie also. A lot of that has to do with the fact that you didn't have to watch 30 other movies to know what was going on before you saw the movie.
Yes, that's a good point on that one. My problem with Fantastic Four is that I'm doing the streams. That's my problem with Fantastic Four. Because if I had not done the streams, I would have liked it a lot more. But doing the streams and reading everything and then seeing the movie, I thought, oh, you guys really messed up a lot of things. The characters are way toned down. Like, Ben Grimm is very out there, bombastic, angry, and passionate. And, Johnny needs to have more, like a bit more like oomph to him and more excitement. And he's a character that flies and he flames and like it should be more exciting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they missed that a little bit. And Galactus you need to stop him more by kind of, I know they use the ultimate nullifier. Like, they could have done it in a different way, like just pushing him with the force field, which Sue can't do because Galactus can do anything. I feel they depowered him in order to make it simpler for him to be defeated. So I have little points like that, but like, again, that movie came out at a bad time for me because I had just read, like, I didn't read Fantastic Four 20 years ago. I just read it now. And you brought this movie out. I'm like, oh no, this is all wrong. This is all wrong. It's not like, sometimes movies or comics, you haven't read them in so long that you're not really thinking about it. Like, I don't know, like Thor didn't have Donald Blake. which to me is kind of like, well, shouldn't he be Don Blake? It's like, well, they didn't want to do that because it's too complicated. It's like, okay, he's just Thor all the time now, right? But when I was reading those journeys, I'm like, but Donald Blake, that was very important because there's a lot of tension with that. If he loses the thing, and remember, he gets rid of the Mjolnir, and they just called it the Uru hammer or whatever, the hammer. If he's out of contact for a minute, he reverts. Right. I was like, that's gone, right? And I thought, but there were so many dramatics. Like there was one part where like Thor, he's falling down, he lost the hammer. You're like, oh shit! And then he's falling, and he's turning back to Donald Blake. He's going down the hill. He's turning to Donald Blake, but then he gets the thing just in time to turn back to Thor. You're like, oh, that was good. Like, it's like some of the dynamics and the drama got removed, but well, at least the first 3 Thor movies I thought were okay. So I kind of like them anyways because you can't always replicate exactly the comics, so you have to look at it as a movie as well. And I like Chris Hemsworth. And I thought, they're pretty fun movies. So not the 4th one, which is a disaster, but the first 3 were like not too bad. So, I still enjoyed them for that. Now, Iron Man, I never read any Iron Man comics.
Right.
So when I saw that, I'm just like, that was awesome. Was it accurate? No idea. Although I have read a lot of them now for my channel because I've been doing Iron Man videos as well. Because Iron Man is big. So Iron Man was big. So I'm like, I'll do Iron Man videos because Iron Man is big right now. But also I never read Iron Man. So this is a good point for me to start reading Iron Man because it fits the popularity of what's going on. And it's also something I'm interested in. So I actually started buying, I don't have the first issue, but I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I don't have big premiere issue 1, but I have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 8, 9. Something like that I was able to get from so I started reading them that way, and then I started doing videos on those.
Okay.
Iron Man's an Avengers, so now I'm like, I'll just stick with Avengers because that has everybody in it.
Yeah.
Right. So
so how do you engage with your community, and has it changed as you've grown?
Yeah. So that all came with the live stream. So before it was just videos. Once I started doing live streams, I found out that was the way to go. Because we can have more fun with it that way, and more of my personality is there, and I can kind of talk on the fly. I don't have to I don't prepare anything.
Okay.
So I read the comics for the stream. Like for this stream, I prepared nothing. I looked at the questions that you sent me, and I put them on a notepad. So I put them on a notepad here, and literally I have like one word, like question 1, I wrote John Carter. Question 2, I wrote recognize that con. Question 3, I wrote nothing.
Right.
Question 4, I wrote live streams. Question 5, I wrote I don't care, meaning I don't care about the algorithm.
Right.
So it's like I just write one word things because I'm just gonna talk on the fly anyway. Yeah. So for the live streams that are about the comics, obviously I read the comic and I take notes during the comic because a lot of the times I'm reading them for the first time. So, but my panelists are usually someone who read them. So my co-streamer is Sean. And if you want Sean, if you ever want to interview Sean, I'm sure he'll come on. But his name is his YouTube thing is Decepticon. So he likes Transformers and so on.
I couldn't figure that one out.
Couldn't figure that one out. Yeah. And actually Transformers, we've been doing Transformer streams. We've been doing cartoons. We did Inhumanoids last night. Right. And we've been doing, and I'll get to that in a second. So anyway, I take notes. Now, Sean is one who read these comics a long time ago. So as a kid, I read all these Avengers comics and I collected all these and I love Avengers. Me, first time reading Avengers issue 150 or whatever. So it's first time reading it. Then I have a guy who read it, collected it, and still remembers it now. So it's that's kind of perfect because I'm like, what is this? It's like, wait a minute, is that Quasar? No, that's not Quasar. That's Crusader. It's like Crusader. What the hell? Well, it's kind of like Marvel Boy. I was like, okay, is this going to be one of these convoluted Marvel? Like, quick, Scarlet Witch's powers and her parents. Go. Wait, hold on. Which arc are you talking about? Right. It's like, what is Scarlet Witch's parents? I don't know. Who's Nightcrawler's parents? I don't know. It depends on when you're asking me. So it's like one of these, like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, this is a confusing mess, but I love the confusing messes because it makes it more interesting. So I love when it's really convoluted and no one knows. I was like, okay, whatever. So that's how we do those. Now we did Transformers, the cartoons. So I did all of G1 in order and I own all those. And I did the Japanese ones. You stepped out for a bit. Well, I don't forgive you at all. I cannot forgive you on that. He already knows Jack Kirby's God, I'm sure. Yeah. But I cannot forgive you. I do not accept your apology. I'm sorry. You have to remain for the entire stream. You watched the stream 3 times now. That's your punishment. Go back and watch it 3 times. It's going to be like 2 hours. You're going to watch 2 hours 3 times over. No, so for those cartoons, I'd watched, of course, Transformers as a kid. But for the Japanese ones, I purchased those when they came out and I never watched them. So for the Japanese ones, I really had to take a lot of notes because it's newer characters, like pretty much after season 3 of the G1 or whatever. I kind of tapped out. Like season 4 was just Rebirth. It was just 3 episodes or whatever. So that wasn't even really a thing. But the Japanese one took that Rebirth and made it its own season.
Okay.
And I love the Japanese ones now, like big time. Like to me, G1 is those Japanese ones because all the characters continue on. Like Blaster and Soundwave kill each other and get resurrected as new characters. And the new Blaster is like one of my favorite Transformer characters, Twin Cast. So it's like, you're like, oh, who do you like? It's like, I like Twin Cast. Wait, what? Who's that? It's like, well, that's Blaster. Oh, I like Blaster. It's like, yeah, but it's not exactly Blaster because the Japanese guys did it very serious. Like Mars gets blown. Cybertron is destroyed in season 4, which is the Japanese version. Like there's no Cybertron. Like it's gone.
Okay.
And the wars continue, right? So something like that, lots of notes because we're going through every episode. So I want to make sure I remember what happened, right? And I'm reading 4 comics for Monday, 4 comics for Friday, watching a movie for Tuesday, watching a movie for Wednesday, and watching we usually do 10 to 13 episodes of a cartoon when we do it on Saturday, or we're doing more comics on a Saturday. So I have to keep all of this straight. Plus there's just my for fun reading. Plus there's the what I buy at the comic shop reading. Plus just my watching movies because I've got 4,000 movies to watch. So I am constantly watching. Like I will watch and like read almost at the same time. Not if it's a movie I haven't seen before, but if it's a movie I have seen before, I'll watch the movie and read a comic at the same time. And you know, because it's just so much to do. But that makes it, I'm a completionist. That is correct. That's correct. That may be my niche. That one of the questions was, what is my niche? My niche is that I don't do one video talking about Transformers season. It's called Headmasters. That was season 4. Then it was Super God Master Force. Then it was Victory. I don't just do a video on Victory. Like I talk about every episode of it, not just, right? That's why I'm saying it's like Jack Kirby's run on Fantastic Four lasted 102 issues and 6 annuals. And during that run, such greats were created as the Skrulls and Galactus and Silver. I'm not doing that video. I'm going to be like, no. We're going to read every comic. That's it. Like, you want to know about Fantastic Four? Read every comic, not a Wikipedia article. Like these videos that are summaries of like an entire block of stuff. It's like, well, I can just go to Wikipedia. Like if I was going to do Woman of Tomorrow, Supergirl, I'll do the whole damn comic.
Right.
Like, let's look at the whole comic together. Good. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
So RR, because you did that, instead of watching the stream 3 times, we're going to knock it down to 2 times. That's how nice I am. We're going to knock it down for that sub. All right, what else you got?
Well, on the community aspect, I guess you have the membership open on your channel.
Oh, I do have the membership open, yeah.
So like, I guess, does that how many members do you have? Is there any? I don't have membership yet for my channel or anything like that. I mean, do you do anything special for members?
Yeah, I tell them how awesome they are. That's it. I do nothing. Okay, so no, that's a lie. So let me. Okay, I have 14 members. So here's the things that I did. This shirt that I'm wearing is from beardedshirts.com. Okay. So that was my channel sponsor. Although in January we haven't renewed the sponsorship, we haven't talked about the sponsorship yet. he's overseas or something. I don't know. He's doing something, so I haven't been able to contact. So I don't know if the sponsorship is going to continue for 2026. But for all of 2025 and 2024, Bearded Shirts was my sponsor. So I play the sponsor ad in between, that I made for him at the beginning of all my live streams, and every member gets a shirt, anyone that they want. So you go to Bearded Shirts and you pick this, and it's printed all over, like it continues on to the back, right?
Okay.
So whatever shirt you want, and he takes what am I trying to say? Not commission, like he'll take requests. So he didn't have I have Superman 3 and Superman 4. He has Superman 1 and 2 because everyone likes those movies. And I was like, how can you not have Superman 3 and 4? I said, this site is disgusting. It's terrible. I'm giving you a 0 out of 10. You don't have Superman 3 or 4. He's like, I'm going to do Superman 3 and 4. I was like, do it now. Hurry up, because I'm going to give you a 0 rating. So then he sent me the shirts. So all my members got a shirt, except for I did get a couple of members in the tail end of December and the beginning of January. Respect to Mike Grell's. Oh yeah, we did Mike Grell's Green Arrow. Yeah, those are awesome. That's an awesome comic. Yeah. So I gave that to the members. So Mark got a shirt. Who else got? Cliff got. I gave Mark 2 shirts. Even when I didn't get a new member. So when I didn't get a new member, I went back to the old members and would just do an internal contest and just be like, hey, you want another one? So Cliff got a couple, Mark got a couple, whatever. So I do that. That might be gone though. So if that's gone, I have a Google Drive that I share. I call my members Super Friends, based on the Super Friends cartoon, which is the greatest thing ever. Well, I guess it's not really the greatest thing ever, but it could be. So it's Super Friends, and I put stuff on the drive. So we reviewed the Inhumanoids cartoon, so I put the comics on there. And then I started to realize that my subscribers some of them are not even members. My subscribers are sending me stuff. Like I'll say like, oh, we did Amazing Adventures where Beast became the furry beast. Remember? So he became the furry beast. First he was gray, then he became blue.
Right.
So those were not on Comixology or Kindle. So this guy's like, I've got them. I'll send them to you. I was like, sure, send them to me. So my subscribers are doing more for me than I'm doing for them. But I was like, well, I'll put them on the drive. So all my members, so this is member exclusives, they get access to that G drive where I'll put comics on. So if I'm going to review, Fantastic Four, Masterworks, we're on Masterworks volume 16, I think. Yeah. So I can put that on the drive so people can get the comic and read it in time for the stream. Okay. So I do a little bit of that, but then I actually found that they weren't really going to the drive. They didn't really care. I'll tell you honestly, they don't really care. It's all a lie. None of us like J-Man. That's Phil Owen. That's our buddy Phil, who sends me stuff too, by the way. Phil, make sure you subscribe to our I Have Comic Issues. So subscribe to Brian. R's already doing a penance, so we don't want to have. I don't want you to have to do one. I found that they just like hanging around, So my membership fee is the lowest you can make it, because YouTube takes half of it or whatever. Crap, they take half of it. So I think it's $1.99 US, and so in Canada it's $3. So $2 American, $3 Canadian. Okay. And YouTube takes pretty much half of it. So thanks, Phil. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Brian's never going to have me on. Tell everybody to come subscribe, because he needs to see after this stream. He's going to look. He's going to say, no one cared about this loser, so I'm never having this guy on again. So make sure he needs to get at least like 10 subscribers out of this for it to be worth his while to do this again. So I did like memberships. I'll do it the lowest thing, because I'm not going to do a lot, because I don't know, what am I going to give you? Because there's people like, okay, some of our boys who are our guys, Chris, Comic Vet, Mark, Legion, they do these awesome giveaways. And I tell people, every person you come in. So whenever I do my stream, when's my next one? Monday, tomorrow, Avengers, come on my stream tomorrow, and I'll put your link in the chat and tell everybody to subscribe to, because anybody who I know that I've interacted with who comes in my chat, I will put their links in the chat while we're there. Like, oh, Brian's here from I Have Comic Issues. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Comic Issues. Go subscribe to him right now. I'll give you a second to go do that. Go subscribe to him. Have you subscribed to him, right? And that's how we build the community. But because I do that, it does make people want to come on and interact more, because like, I'm going to interact with Jay because Shame, I don't know what that means. Oh, is that some kind of weird? Oh, him, RR and Phil, they have this weird language that they talk to each other. I think it's an official language that they're telling me it's an official language, but it sounds fake. But I give you fun streams. Well, I appreciate that, Phil. Phil says I give fun streams. I have not paid him anything. That I promise. I did not pay him for that. But no, if you come into my chat, right, do it tomorrow. You'll see. And I'll put your link up. I'll say subscribe to this guy, like right now. Go subscribe to him, because I want to build everyone together. Who even if we don't always agree, yeah, this is. Oh, that's okay. Streams are always fun. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Phil's got a Doctor Who thing, so that's always good. That means he's got good taste. He's got a Gallifreyan symbol as his avatar. So yeah. These two guys always just let them chat away. I don't know what they're saying.
Okay.
They're gonna start talking in their weird language or whatever. It's Welsh. It's a real language. I don't know. I googled it and it didn't show up as a language, so I'm not sure. But anyway, so I give them nothing. I give them nothing, and they're still members. But Chris and those guys, they do great giveaways, right? So Mark, like, they do great giveaways. My thing is that I don't have anything to give away, and anything that I want, I just buy. Right. So like, even if I win, like Mark runs a contest, right? Let's say Mark runs a contest on Legion, and I never win them because they're rigged and he hates me. So that's fine. But if they're super rigged, but let's say that they weren't rigged and they were fair and I actually won something. If I won something, I wouldn't take it anyways, because if I want something, well, he's not going to give out Action Comics #1 or something crazy, right? So even if I want, it's like, if I want something, I'm going to go buy it. That's it. Like, I don't need you to give me stuff. I'm here because I like your channel, right? Or I like Mark's thing. And I don't know. So you message me, hey, do you want to do this? I'm like, sure. I don't know you. This is the first time we're talking. Right. Maybe after this, you're like, this guy's a total dick. I'm not having this guy on anymore. And I don't know. I'll come on for anything. What do I care? It's if I've got time to do it, we're going to talk about comics. You're going to talk to me about what I do. Sure, let's do it. I don't care. Yeah, you got to be open.
I'm having a great time.
Oh, well, I appreciate I appreciate that, because I watched you with Rob. I watched the Rob's Only Slabs, Fat Stacks, and Rob's got the best beard and mustache. That's guaranteed. And I voted for him. There was something where you could vote for me, and I don't think he won, which was a lie. But anyways, so yeah, and like, see, he's got a focus thing. He does his Only Slabs, whatever. You know how many slabs I have? 5, maybe. I'm going to be on Only Slabs in 2047. That's the year I'll be on Only Slabs, when I finally get enough to qualify for that. Because I like looking through the comics too. Like, it's like, I don't know. I usually don't go for slabs. I just like getting my own. See, this is all. Don't humor them and highlight that. It's just too weird. So like, thank you, RR. But we're building the community up because that actually helps everybody. And
what time is the live stream tomorrow?
Same time as today, so 7 p.m. It's always 7 p.m. Anyways, so we always build it up. We build up the community because it's really tough for us to break through. My prediction is going to be that some of these channels, I'm not going to mention people. I don't mention people that I like or dislike, because if I don't know them personally, like I can talk about Mark and Chris because I know them personally and they're very good people. And Cliff, these are good, solid people who actually care about comics, who actually want to talk to people. They're not trying to grift. They're not trying to make money. They're not getting paid by whoever to say positive things. They're like real people who are real fans. Right. So if I know them, then I'm comfortable mentioning their names. But people whose channels I don't know the names of these people. But this, I love everything and I hate everything, is going to be going away, because your channel has content. Rob's has content. The channels that just love everything don't have content, because eventually people start to realize, like, you're just going to love everything. Like, anytime I see a thumbnail, it's you loving it, right? There's no mystery there.
Right.
Right. Right. So when they see that, oh, Jay's going to review Supergirl, what's he going to say? Is he going to say this is the worst movie ever, or this is the best movie? They don't really know. And I have tailored a couple. I'll give you a tip on for Dune 2. But anyways, but these people care. And then the people that hate everything, well, what's going to happen if things start to turn around again? See, like their channels wouldn't exist in 1984. Because in 1984, every movie that came out was the goddamn best movie of all time. So like you'd have no chance if you hate everything, but everything is good, right? It's difficult to hate on it. But what I'm finding now is that the people that love everything are loving things that really aren't that good. And you could tell that they don't really believe it. And then the people that hate on everything are finding reasons to hate on it. Right? Like right. I can do a video saying Terminator 2 is terrible. I can give you all these fake points that you're going to be like, well, yeah, this is what these people would say, but all that stuff's going away. And once it does, we might be left open. So if we have a good community of people that are all sharing each other's videos and helping each other out and moving everybody up, like if you're able, I'll tell you right now, if you're able to link people's streams, like, and have both people, so like you're streaming only to your channel. If I was streaming to my channel, you'd get cross promotion. The second I did that, and I saw some random, like I watched D&D channels, and this guy's like, I was like, what the hell's going on here? Why do I not see the comments? I'm like, I'm reading these comments, and I was like, oh, these comments are from this guy's channel. So I went to his channel. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, wait, how are they doing that? And I was like, you can do that on StreamYard? F it, I'm doing that right now. Sean, get in there. Sean's watch hours went way up. And what was happening was that people were watching on Sean's channel. I was like, listen, if you're watching on Sean's channel, my channel is even better. Subscribe to me. Don't stay with Sean. He sucks. And then for me, I was like, and Sean needs help. So please, if you want to give him a charity, sign up to Sean's channel. But in a funny way, but we do it that way. But then he's getting subscribers. Like we cross the streams. I know Ghostbusters, they told you don't cross the streams.
Right.
But you really should in YouTube, because then more people are watching it. Then I had Cliff on. And shit, he had a ton of people. I was like, awesome. I was like, if you like Cliff, I'm even cooler than Cliff. It was just subscribe to me. It's like Cliff isn't half as cool as I am. Subscribe. So you actually built up both channels more. And now I've got Comics Asylum. This guy's awesome. This guy writes comics. He gets interviews with actual comic creators. So okay. I'm not his friend anymore, but I'm keeping him on just because. No. The jealousy has overtaken me and I can't stand him. No, but I have him on all the time. Absolutely great. With the three of us on together, super tight. Jamie was very convincing that Man of Steel wasn't completely off. You're right. You did a little bit. a little bit.
Now, YouTube now has, I don't know if you noticed, or has added the feature for collaborations.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So I wish they had it set up now where you could do collaborations with the live streams, like with what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because now I can't, like with this particular live stream, I can't collaborate with you until this video is done processing.
Right.
Because then I can send you a link and it would show up on your channel as a collaboration video.
Right.
But hopefully in the future they'll change that where we could go live together.
Yeah. So channels. And the thing is, you have to be on, I think everyone has to be on the same, I think they might have to be on the same streaming thing too, but I'm not, but you know what though? I'm wondering if you could just do it if I did one and you came on, and then I'm wondering if that would work, because I don't think you need to be signed up for. Oh, no. What am I saying? Oh, maybe not. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this now. I'm going to look into that. It just so happens that everybody I've had on has StreamYard. So,
right. Well, I mean, I have a StreamYard account. I just don't have a paid StreamYard account.
But you don't need it. The guy hosting is the only guy that needs it.
Right.
So I'm not asking for any money because I'm a saint. I got all these losers come on, and then I link their thing up, and I'm not asking for any money. Can you imagine that? Literally, I'm not asking for anything. Wow. And I gave Man of Steel like a 6 out of 10 or something. I'm like the most generous person there ever was on YouTube. I think I gave Fantastic Four. I think I gave it like a 6 out of 10, which is insane. It's probably more like a 4 out of 10. But I was so nice that I'm like the nicest guy ever. Like I'm Giving all these trash movies decent scores. I gave Eternals 1 out of 10. That's pretty good. It's literally a negative because it's so terrible. And I hated myself after watching it. And I still gave it a 1 out of 10. Like, what a nice guy.
Well, since we're talking about StreamYard at the moment, what other tools, gear, or apps have made the biggest difference in your growth?
Yeah, StreamYard for sure. That's probably the only one. I don't use any of the YouTube things. I have a camera which, like, it looks okay. It looks good here, and then I watch it back on the live stream. It looks like crap. I don't know why. Like, the person and my mic, I bought like 3 or 4 mics. I don't know. Really, you gotta, as long as the streaming thing or whatever you're doing is stable, that's probably good enough. I used to use my iPhone. I don't know what iPhone I have. Well, I used to have iPhone 10 or something, and now I'm on like 16 or whatever the newest one was, because my phone was just like I was like iPhone 10. So I was filming videos on that.
Okay.
And those looked awesome. But it didn't matter because the shitty ones so then I started doing videos through StreamYard as a recording feature, and those look like crap. And it's the same views. So it didn't matter. It didn't matter and the phone was way more irritating because I had to transfer it from the phone then to the computer.
Right.
And I thought, but it looks so much better. My wife was like, oh, these videos look awesome. Right. She's like, your other videos, like, they're terrible. I was like, but it doesn't matter because I'm getting the same amount of views anyways. So as long as people can hear you and see you, as long as it doesn't look like, like a Grindhouse movie or something with all these, weird lines, or like,
right.
As long as it's as long like what you have is perfect, like, it's fine. Like, if you want to upgrade, you can. Like, I've seen guys that have all this kick-ass shit. It's like, if your content sucks and no one cares, then no one cares anyway. What's the point? Like, what's like a movie? Like, think of a movie that you hate or you thought was boring or stupid, besides Eternals. But like, I actually bought that because I'm an idiot, because I'm a completist. So Eternals on 4K is not going to make that garbage story any better. So right, like, think of it that way. Like, it doesn't matter how good the things are. Like, Michael Bay's movies look fantastic. The sound design is amazing. They look great, and they're trash movies. So like, it doesn't matter that much. So as long as you have a stability and regularity. I know you're going to give me the what advice would I give, and I can tie this in. What advice I would give would be that you need to have consistency. If you're streaming every Sunday, then it's every Sunday. I had a heart attack and went to the hospital and had a stent put in, and I missed 1 live stream. Like, I was like, when am I going to get back? I'm like, I got to get back for Monday. It's Avengers. Like, am I good to leave? And I made it for, like, I called Sean. I was like, Sean, you need to reschedule this one live stream. He's like, what happened? I said, well, I'm in the hospital right now because I had a heart attack. He's like, well, that sounds like a good reason. I was like, yes, it did. That is a good reason. Other than that, I am on. I'm on Monday and Friday. Those are my streams that I host. I'm not going to miss them. I don't give a crap. Like, yesterday I had a stream. If I schedule it, it's on. If you schedule it, they will come. I scheduled it with our we talked about Inhumanoids. I had mild food poisoning, and with mild food poisoning, I'm like, well, we're doing the stream. Like, I don't care. Like, I will hold it. It's like, I don't care what happens. It's happening. Like, we're doing the stream. You need because they have to know that Fantastic Fridays, it's J-Man talking about Fantastic Four comics. They know Earth's Mightiest Mondays. That's why I put it in the thing. Fantastic Fridays. Okay, Friday. Yeah, it's Fantastic Fridays, right?
Yeah.
My buddy used to do Saturday Night Star Trek. Saturday Night Star Trek. There you go. Now you know. And if it's like, oh, we can't make it tonight, you miss one. You're like, oh yeah, he wasn't on, right? Like, you know who knew about my heart attack? All my subscribers. Literally, people messaging me, yo, what the hell? There's no stream tonight. What the hell happened? I was like, yeah, I had a heart attack. It's like, oh shit. So I can't even keep it a secret because people are like, where were you? Why aren't you there? And I don't lie. I will tell you the real reason. It's like, but yeah, so consistency. All
right. I mean, that's some of the greatest advice you're not the only person that's used consistency. I mean, it's probably one of the top things a new person can do is just be consistent. I mean, if you want growth, that's what it's going to take, is be consistent.
And if it's one stream a week or one video, I was doing one video a day for about 7 months or so. I don't care what the video was, and just post them. And you know, it's funny because of my heart attack, but I had videos coming out. So my buddies were messaging me. They're like, dude, it's like, wait a minute. It's like, are you in the hospital? I was like, yeah, I'm in the hospital. It's like, but you just posted like a video. I was like, dude, I like, are you actually like, do you have like, are you weird? Like, do you not get it? Like, I post dated them. It's already there. It says upcoming. He's like, oh, I didn't realize you could do that. I was like, yeah. It's like, I've got him. He thought I filmed all those live. Actually, my mom messaged me once. She's like, I just saw a video of yours. It's like, aren't you supposed to be at your day job? I said, no, I'm not at my day job. I said, I left. I told my boss.
Difficulty. Hold on. Crap.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear? Is that my mic or? Hello? Is that?
All right. Now I got you.
Okay. So I was sitting, my mom texted me once. This is like on a normal day. She's like, I just saw a video of yours. She's like, aren't you at work? I said, no, I left the office. I went up to my boss. I said, F yourself. I'm going home and shooting a video. I was like, or I shot this the day before and had it posted now. It's one of those two things.
Right.
And she's like, oh, I guess it's option B. I was like, yeah. So like, this is my mom. This is how my mom and I talked. I was like, yeah, idiot. Like, it's posted already. I said, I'm not skipping work to do a video. And she's like, oh, okay. So I was like, yeah, I posted them out. So that way I'm always having content. But now, because I'm live streaming, here's another tip. Oh, yo, this is a great tip. Don't do 2 things in a day. If you have a video or what, don't do 2 videos in a day.
Okay.
1000%. If you're going to have 2 videos, if you're going to have 2 on Monday and nothing on Wednesday, then move one to move one over. Like, one thing a day. If you're going to do a poll, then have it always a poll. You know, the Monday poll or something. I don't know, make up some name for it, right? And then, you know, your Sunday, your Sunday comic channel origins every Sunday, guys. Boom, yeah, be there. Okay, don't post a video, because the thing is that people are going to watch. Well, maybe you could do a live stream in a video. That might be okay. But if you're going to post a video, post it at the same time. If you care about the algorithm, find when it works for you and post it at that same time every day. Don't do 2, because what happens is that I'll see your video and I'll watch it and I'm like, listen, I can't watch like 17 Bryant videos today, because like I got other guys I'm watching.
Right.
Right. So if you post 3, I'll be like, well, I like this guy. I was like, well, what did he post? Let's see. Talking about Superman, talking about Wonder Woman, talking about Batman. It's like, well, the new Wonder Woman comic I don't like, and I don't think Batman was that good, so I'm just going to watch your Superman video. And then I don't watch the other 2. But if there's only the Superman video, then it's like, well, I'll check out. And let's say it's it's like, I'm going to talk about Wonder Woman, which I don't like. Yeah, I'll be like, well, I wonder what he thinks about this Wonder Woman. Let me watch it. But if there's 3 videos, it's going to be one of 3, right? They're going to pick and choose which one. But if it's just one video, then it's either they'll watch it or they won't. Right. And if they don't watch it, that just means one video didn't get watched. But if there's 3 videos, they're only going to watch 1. And that means 2 are not going to get watched. Right. Or all 3 might not get watched. So you're just increasing your chances for them to not watch it. That's a good. That's a good tip.
Okay. I got a question for you.
Sure. The answer is 42. No, I'm just.
What?
The answer is 42. No, it's funny.
Or this is kind of an idea or brainstorming idea.
Uh-huh.
What if you did, say, for your Mighty Avengers Monday or the Fantastic Fridays, if you did a short promoting that live stream, talking about, and you release it like maybe 15 minutes before the live stream,
right?
You put the short out there, because the shorts travel really far to a lot of people.
Yeah, they do.
And if it's being sent out there a lot while you're live, so they see your icon or your thumbnail, or they see that J-Man is live while they're watching that video, and you got the link to your live in that short. I wonder if that could be a way to boost viewership or get people to come to your live stream.
Right.
I don't know just what your
Yeah.
thoughts are on that.
So my thoughts on that, I've got two thoughts on that. One, I'm too lazy to do it.
Okay.
So that's not going to happen. Second, I had lots of shorts. Then I deleted them all. The reason is I saw there's a person who I respect who has hundreds of thousands of subscribers who I'm friends with. I won't mention the name. And he has like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I think it's 100,000 subscribers. I can check. But whatever. He has many subscribers. Let me see. I'll tell you right now, just so I know how many. Yeah, 135,000. So 135,000 subscribers. And he said, and I did some research. If you do a lot of shorts, people are going to subscribe to you and only watch your shorts.
Yeah,
and
I've heard that also.
Yes. So if you have to decide, are you doing shorts or are you doing long form videos or are you doing live streams? Those are your three options. That's what you got to pick out of those three. So I removed all shorts. The reason is that let's say you get a subscriber. Let's say your short, I had a short get like 8,000 views. Let's say that short gave me 150 subscribers. Wow, that was pretty good. 150 subscribers from one short. Boom. No, because the next time I do a video, the video only goes to a portion of my subscribers. And the people that subscribed from the short are going to see that this is a long video and not watch it.
Yeah.
And if your video is not watched immediately by the small audience that it's sent to, it doesn't expand. You don't actually want many subscribers. What you want is subscribers that care about your content. That's not the same. So if you pick a big channel, who's like a big guy, let's say Thinking Critical, do you know his, okay, so Thinking Critical. So he puts out a video, and I'm not endorsing or not, like I'm not, you can watch this person or not watch this person. We're not affiliated. Well, neither of us are affiliated, right? When that person puts out a video, that person has enough subscribers that care specifically for that person's content where they're like, oh shit, yeah, what's he talking about? I gotta see what he's talking about. Right, click right on it. Then that goes to the next level. Now, if he puts out a short, I don't really care because I'm not looking at his program for shorts.
Right.
Because for what he does, he explains more, right? So I like the longer videos. And there's some guys who I prefer their live streams. Everybody's got a different thing. Let's see, we did 2 hours on humanoids. And that's because I had mild food poisoning. I could have stayed on longer. So I had to leave at 9 because of food poisoning. Normally, well, we're almost done. Normally I'm done by like 9:30 or whatever, but I had to leave a bit earlier yesterday because of the food poisoning. So yeah, you got to be careful. Whatever works for you, got to see and test things out and see how it works. But I got a lot of subscribers, which were just dead because the second I stopped posting shorts, they're like, Now they stayed subscribers, which is worse. They should have unsubbed me. Because if one of my long form videos goes to one of those guys and YouTube is testing that portion of the audience, They don't watch it. So the other point, it depends what you want. So I saw the Dune movies, and I've read the first 4 books, and I have all of the toys and all that. So I like Dune. I like the 1984 movie. And I saw Dune, the first one, the new one, in the theater. I thought it was pretty boring. And I thought, and I still bought it on 4K. And then I saw Dune 2, and I saw Dune 2 19 days earlier than anyone else. I got like a super advanced screening for that one from my movie contacts and stuff. So I went to go see it, and I thought it was boring and stupid. And I've read the books. So I walked out of the theater. I was like, wow, that was trash. So I was like, let me do a video on it. I'll be the first one on there. So I did a video, and I said, Dune 2 review. And I did my normal space thing or whatever it was. And I woke up the next morning, and I had like 72 views. I thought, really? I'm like the first guy. Like, this is before all those movie reviewer guys. I was like, I'm like way ahead of the curve here. I thought, I didn't even change the thumbnail. I went back and renamed it Dune 2 Sucks. Hold on a second. Let's see where I'm at. I changed nothing. No content. I didn't say thumbs down. I didn't make a new thumbnail. Nothing. I changed nothing. Okay. Let me see. Dune 2, 4,617 views. All I did was change it from Dune 2 review, and I removed review and I put sucks. That's it. Then like my phone was blowing up, man. It was like, I was like, what the hell's happening? I was like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, holy shit. It's like, and then that was a big divide. Half the people, you're an idiot. You're get off of YouTube. You don't know anything about movies, right? And then some people say, my God, you're the only person saying this movie sucks. It's so terrible. It's like, it was awesome. And I just, and I hearted, here's on the tip. I heart every comment. I've literally had, you are a POS-ist, like I didn't like Ironheart. I'm an ist, right? Even though I review many other I review many blaxploitation movies. A lot of my favorite actors are black actors. I don't get those. They don't see those videos. But when I didn't like Ironheart, I didn't like it because of this reason, right? And I was like, okay. I was like, no, it's the show sucked. I gave lots of reasons. I got heart them all. Thanks. And a lot of the times they respond back even better. YouTube doesn't understand what a negative comment is and what a positive comment is. They only know that there's a comment. So if someone says I'm something, I respond back saying you're a fake fan or you don't, or you're an idiot. And then they're like, you don't know anything. And I keep responding and I've egged people on for about 20, 25 comments back and forth. And I'm like, all of this is just helping. It's just helping. And same with the positive ones. Like even the positive ones, right? I'll heart everything just to show interaction. Because even if I've had people where they're getting mad at me and I've hearted them. And if they come at me normally and they just say, you know what, I really enjoyed this movie. I think you missed the point or something. And then I'll respond back saying, well, no, I think this or that. And some people will be like, you know what? Yeah, you made a good point there. It's like, okay. And they subscribe, even though they disagree, because I'm never going to lie, right? I'm always going to I'm not going to bend to their thing, but I'm not going to lie. And I'll be whatever you are. If you want to comment on my thing and be, hey man, I don't agree with you, I'll comment back saying, well, here's my points. Let me elaborate on this, right? But if you come at me saying I'm a this or that or whatever, then I'm just going to troll you back. And I love trolls because it's more it's more engagement. Everyone's like, oh, these trolls is like, they're great. We need more of them. Because they're helping it. Because if they're trolling you, that means you've triggered them, you've touched something, and they want to interact with you. You gotta respond back to them. People, I don't block anyone. I don't block anybody ever. I've had people, oh, you're like never blocked. I'll be like, let's be friends. Let's chat again. I'll say, I'm going on a live stream. I'll send you the link. Come on a live stream. Help me out. And they won't ever come on. But do not fear the trolls. I mean, it depends, unless it's in a chat where you're live and you got like a bot or something, you have to take care of that. But someone's trolling, say, Brian, you don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot. Say, I am an idiot. Thanks. Oh man, thank God you pointed this out. Now I can reevaluate my life now that you've given me this information. I appreciate it. And then they don't know what to comment. They're like, oh wait, are you? I'm like, what? It's like, oh wait, but I thought you were going to get mad. You got it. Yeah, oh, it's great because content. That's if for the algorithm and all that stuff. You want all that. Now I really don't care as much anymore because I'm just doing my live streams anyway. So my video, you don't get trolls on live streams because they're too long, right? If I do a video saying Dune 2 sucks and it's 10 minutes and everyone loved Dune, there's more comments there. Right. But because I'm doing a live stream and I'm doing a live stream on Fantastic Four, like, are you really going to come on and say Stan Lee sucks and Jack Kirby sucks and like George Perez is drawing it now? George Perez sucks. Like, no one's going to come on and say that. That would actually be outrage. Like, no one's going to come on and, oh, Avengers is terrible, right? Or X-Men. Oh yeah, Chris Claremont sucks. Like, what? Like, that's really not going to happen on a live stream where you're talking about a cool thing, right? Like this, right? I will get them when I discuss movies, but when I discuss movies, I have a panel, right? Like, you know, Mark and Cliff really enjoyed the James Gunn Superman movie. I didn't like it. My friend, my one buddy hated it, and my one buddy super mega ultra hated it, like real bad. So we had like a full spectrum. Like I'm in the middle because I'm like, well, there's some cool parts, Superman, but you know, I don't really like it. You know, my friend hated it. My other friend super hated it. Cliff liked it. Mark liked. So it's like and then we had another guy from who did a Superman thing. He thought it was okay. So we had a nice blend. So that was more of a conversation. I prefer those. Like I don't want 6 people all sitting there saying it sucks. Cause like, what is the point of that then? Like, we're not going to learn anything. George Perez sucks. Go away. Or that's it. I'm unsubbing you. I'm going to unsub you from, I'm gonna unsub you from my subscribers. You're gonna be the first person that gets blocked. No. Anyways, so there you go. That's another good. Yeah, you know, engage with these people. It's fun. They're gonna stop, and eventually it's gonna help you out, man. If someone comes on here later and says J-Man's an idiot, say he is an idiot. It's all fun, man. You can't offend me. You can't get a. Here's another thing. Look, it's YouTube, man. It's nerds. You can't get offended by stuff.
Right.
So maybe you loved the James Gunn movie. I'm telling you, it sucks. It's trash. Well, you know, I'm never gonna have this guy on again. Why? It's like we're talking about comics. What does it matter? What does it matter? If you love it and I hate it, or you hate it and I love it, I love Highlander too. Well, I thought it was so. Jay must be stupid for liking Highlander too. Okay, who cares? It's a movie. Like, what's it? You're not hurt. I'm not hurt. What is the difference? Does it matter? Like, it doesn't matter. That's why it's great. It's geek stuff.
It's all fun.
Like, they're toys. Like we have like little toys. Like, what is this? This is garbage. It's some stupid, you know, vinyl or whatever. But I got it as a kid.
Yeah. I
was like, oh, this is so cool. I like Nightcrawler. What does it mean? You throw it in the garbage. Like, this means nothing to anybody except for me. So we're gonna argue over it. What? You like Nightcrawler? He's the worst character ever. It's so stupid. Like, okay, I guess I should throw this away now because Bryant thought Nightcrawler was stupid. Like, what is it going to accomplish, right? So it's fun. It's just for fun. I know you're not saying Nightcrawler. Right. I'm sure you like Nightcrawler. Right. You do like Nightcrawler, else I have to leave immediately. No, okay. Yeah. I wouldn't actually leave, right? That's the fun. That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, Jay, I mean, I know you've covered a lot. Thank you for being here. Is there anything that you've got coming up that you haven't covered this week?
No, I do. Yeah, no. So it's every Monday is Avengers. Every Friday is Fantastic Four. Tuesday it's Earth's Mightiest Mondays. Tuesday night TerraVision. War Room Wednesdays, which is the Action Elite. It's on the Action Elite. And then Thursday I don't do anything because I have to have some life. I am married happily for like 17 years, so I can't. It's crazy that I'm even doing this many. Fridays, Fantastic Fridays. Saturday is rotating, so we'll do cartoons like Transformers. We're also doing Batman versus Superman, which is where we take. That's next Saturday. So it's Batman versus Superman, and then we take an issue number. So we're doing 170 this week. So we take Superman Volume 1, Issue 170, and Batman Volume 1, Issue 170, and we read them both on screen, and then we see which one wins. So that's been very interesting because it's Silver Age stuff. So they're both completely wacko comics, and they're just great. And you're just like, oh my God, like which one of these was better? I don't know. They're both awesome, but we end up picking a winner. So we do that, or we do, I still do movies. So Circle of Iron is my movie review. So we review movies and we really in depth do it. Like I'll share the screen. We won't watch the movie because that'll kill the stream, but I chapter through it with I just set it up so I can go like 30 seconds. So we'll go through the whole movie and talk about it. Not just say, I love RoboCop. I love RoboCop. So do I. So do I. Okay, that's the end of the stream. No. We go through the entire, all of RoboCop, go through scene by scene. Join us. Join us.
All right.
Yeah, they all speak Welsh. It's like Klingon or whatever, where it's like, it's kind of a language, but
Well, I'll come and check it out.
That's it.
I think I'm going to get a pre-recorded video out this week, and then next Sunday, I am going to be interviewing the Colossus collector. I'm sure that might cover a little bit of X-Men stuff, possibly.
Yeah, ask him if his favorite character is Nightcrawler.
That'll be next Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central or 7 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
Oh,
there.
I bet you if you translate that, it says I'm an a-hole or something. So translate it later. We'll see what it says. That'll be fun.
Okay. All right.
And man, I love if people are making fun of me and talking about me behind my back. It's great because they're talking about you. There's no such thing as battle. If they all think I'm an idiot, that's great. It's just for fun. Hope to see you on a stream, mate. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's see if see what kind of thing we can work out.
Okay. Well, everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you, Jay, for being here also. My name's Bryant. This is Jay. This is Comic Channel Origins, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you, everybody.